All right, all. As expected for this year's competition, the start has been slightly delayed, but I am here. And many of you are here as well, as it seems.
As expected for this year's
Oh boy.
competition, the start has been slightly delayed.
Getting some feedback on myself. Wow, 13 viewers already. We haven't even started yet. So, as the title says, this is the results stream for the SEGA Saturn 29th anniversary game competition. We had a lot of entries. A lot. I believe the total between all the categories is, what, like 31 or something. We'll count them up in a second. Yeah, it's a big... Okay, I see a lot of first-time chatters here, everyone. Thank you, welcome. I assume you're all from Shiro or got linked from a Shiro-adjacent post on Twitter or whatever we're calling it these days. Thank you for coming along. Now, the official page for... Let me switch over. The official page for the game competition right now is, of course, on emeraldnova.com. If you go to the home page, come on, you scroll all the way down beneath the current live stream. Oops, there is the link for this. Now I'll just pull up the file real quick just to show you the actual entries this year, and we'll talk about just the sheer quantity. This competition has definitely been the busiest. It's been the most organization on my part. It's definitely the competition's definitely growing. There we go. Competition entries in good old-fashioned LibreOffice Calc. Let's see. So what entries do we have this year? We have 16 entries for original games category. Many people, many familiar faces here, and as always, a handful of new faces that are just joining us for the competition this year, and that's what we like to see. A lot of new entries. Shut up, LibreOffice. I'm not updating you right now. 13 entries for hacks, patches, and translations. And 5 entries for utilities. 5 entries is the same number as last year. And so the prize pool that we've gathered today, and I'll go over the sponsors in a second. The prize pool is community driven. So this is all donations from people within the community. And people that have given up their prizes from last year's prize pool to feed back into the competition to keep it going. The total prize pool this year, not quite the same as last year. Last year, we had a massive donation to put it over into the 4 figures. This year, it's $271.11. And that's going to be split up between all the entries. So the top 6 entries of the original games categories are going to get cash prizes. First prize is $40.66. Followed by $27.11, etc., as you go down the list, all the way into 6th place, which gets $13.55. Hacks, patches, and translations. Top 5 entries get a cash prize. And starting with the top prize of $32.53. Utilities, top 3 entries, so the majority of entries now, will be getting cash prizes, starting with $27.11 and working its way down. Okay, so... I do want to go over and pay some special attention to the sponsors of this year's competition. This year's competition is the first time we've had such an amazing roster of sponsors, and I do want to show the community's gratitude, my gratitude, for getting this competition to such a level of prevalence and actually adding to the stakes. And just as I start doing that, freaking my playlist sneaks in some lyrics onto the streams, which it knows it's not allowed. And of all places, it's from Sonic Forces. Ugh. Let's try something more exciting. There we go. So, the first one I want to point out from our sponsors. Sed of Fenrir fame has graciously donated a Fenrir Duro. So the first prize of the original games competition will be receiving a Fenrir Duo. And associated with this first prize, this is a Fenrir, as always. You can go basically just Google Fenrir Saturn, Fenrir ODE. I will drop the link to the actual product page in chat here. This is, as always, the ODE that seems to be the current community favorite for going forward as It does have the option, if you do the right connections and you get the right accessories, to maintain your CD drive. It leaves your VCD port free to do FMV games, although many of those are starting to become redundant with the new patches that have come out with Trekkie's work in the Cinepack film encoding. However, if people are going to be getting a new ODE, moving forward, I believe this is the one you'd probably end up wanting to get. And so the top prize of the original games category will be entitled to a Fenrir Duo. Now, skipping to the next sponsor. Again, thank you to Fenrir and Said. Visit the link in chat if you want to see what the Fenrir Duo is and look at the feature list. Sound Retro Co. So, Krista Lee, who is one of the judges, she actually happens to be my personal repair woman, if you want to call her that, or repair person, basically. The person I go to anytime one of my things break and I just don't feel like I have the time or competence to actually fix something up. She does retro game, or at least that's what I use her for, retro game hardware repair, mods, installation, especially the more complicated one. Like if I wanted to get an X Station installed, I wouldn't do it myself. I'd send it to her. She's currently fixing up a Game Gear for me with all the bells and whistles attached to it. And among other things, she also does some CRT restoration. I don't know if I'd ever want to contract her to fly out to fix up my big-ass CRT that I have here, but it's nice to know that it's an option. She also, like as I said, mods, modifications, installations, etc., etc. I think that is an example of the aforementioned X Station install, which is a massive pain by all accounts. I'm not even sure what a Sega Triple Bypass is, but it sounds disgusting. Which is why I wouldn't want to do it myself. I'd pay her to do it. So, Crystal Lee, one of the judges, as I said, that's her right there, Sound Retro Co. She will be installing the Fenrir for the top prize for OG. She will also be introducing a system recap and an FRAM mod, basically obviating the need for the CR2032 battery to make sure that you don't lose your saves every year and a half or so for however long that battery lasts. So thank you, Krista Lee, for not only volunteering to judge the competition, but volunteering even more of your time and some of your parts to hope the first prize become even more impressive. First prize for the hacks, patches, and translations category will be getting the fighter stick from Harman Customs. Harman Customs does essentially custom game controllers and boards and whatnot as soon as the website loads. Oh wow, this is like the worst possible time. Oh my goodness, that's okay. Let's try to do some of this. So as we can see here, the music is getting a little bit too exciting. I want to be able to hear myself too. They work on arcade units, but also what we're getting from Harman this time around is a customized fighting stick. So if I can reach into my DMs and try to pull out the message I got from Malenko. So Malenko was the one that kind of organized this board, or this this prize. So he kind of coordinated this with Harman and the competition. And so that's the guts of the fighter stick that we will be giving to the first prize winner of Hacks, Patches, and Translations. And if you want to see the top side, SEGA Saturn. You got your joystick, you got your 8 buttons. I'm not sure exactly what the mapping is, but I assume it's whatever is convenient for fighting games, and your start button, of course. I assume 2 of these, or maybe these 2 are the shoulder ones. I don't know how you map fighting games. Honestly, I'm not very good at them. But yeah, thank you to not only Harman Custom. Yeah, it is a really cool fight stick, and if you want something else like this, once the website is back, right now you kind of have to go through Facebook, but once the website is back up and running, oh wait, that's a Fenrir. The fighter controller, that's the baseline for this. I will drop this link in chat, and you can save this in your bookmarks and go back and see. Harman Customs does, essentially, like I said, in the name, custom jobs like this. So like that custom skin. Chrono Lee provided a Saturn pad with the correct hacks and modifications in order to be able to be used for the guts, as I showed earlier. For the customized fighting stick, Malenko kind of got all these people together to agree to do this. And of course, Lee of Harman Customs, the proprietor of Harman Customs, is doing the work to actually put this thing together and getting shipped to the the prize winner. So thank you again, Harman Customs, for the first prize for hacks, patches, and translations. Now, if anyone is a friend of the stream or has a long time visitor to the stream, they're familiar with Millennium Shame 90. He runs a website called That's It Guys, providing tech updates, news, that kind of stuff, but also 3D printing surfaces. So if you want to get a customized 3D print, he has a 3D printer, and he does live streams of his 3D prints. I personally utilize many of his 3D prints. Stuff like this, like the cap replacement for VMUs, cartridge holders, controller holders, inserts to hold up ODE SD cards and whatnot. He's even doing D&D minis if you want to do that, custom little things, logos. On my desk, I can count 1, 2, 3, at least 3 different things that Shane has printed for me personally. Does a very good job. You can check him out on Twitch, I believe there, to see when he's actually 3D printing some of his prizes. Oh, he's currently restreaming me. Fun. Let me see if I can find out. Now, he also does some tutorial stuff. He's tutorials, reviews. So That's It Guys does a lot of stuff, but the 3D printing service in general is for every cash prize winner of the competition will have a choice of a 3D print. Yes, yeah. So that's going to be to how many people? 6 plus 5 is 11, plus another 3 is 14. So 14 ranking winners, assuming no redundancy, will be able to get one of these 3D prints from That's It Guys 3D printing service. And last but not least, Knight of Dragon, an entrant to the competition, but also someone who's been very hard at work, working with people like SEGA RPG Fan and the like to get the Netlink OS and netband ecosystem up and running. And part of that is going to be this serial adapter. So people familiar with the Tizen cable know that there's a serial port in the back of the Saturn, and it is has a lot of data bandwidth capabilities relative to like a 14.4K dial-up modem. So he is actually, for every entrant of the competition, if I understand correctly, going to be producing and shipping a serial cable to USB adapter, so you can hook your Saturn from the serial cable directly into your computer, go through the tunneling program, the netband program produced by SEGA RPG Fan. You can find the link in the Emerald Nova website and also on the Sega Extreme forums. And be able to get kind of a stable, high-speed connection through your internet without having to deal with all the VoIP stuff and whatever that we used to have to do like a year and a half ago or so. On top of that, I believe that this is going to be the path for potentially in the next few years, future original games, homebrew games utilizing the internet, potentially new online games on the Saturn. Obviously, no promises yet, but Night of Dragon has already produced kind of one proof of concept last year with a basic little shooting game in the Netlink OS interface. It's a very nice piece of software, and hopefully Night of Dragon, if he's still on during the OG demonstration part of the competition, will be able to show it off. So, that's the first 15 minutes of the stream. We're already kind of behind schedule, but thank you everyone for tuning in and giving the respect and appreciating the sponsors that they are due. And now we will be going through the competition entries. So let me swap over to the game. There we go. All right. Yes, very nice prizes indeed. Very happy that this large collection of sponsors has come together. I'm very grateful for their participation in the competition. And next year, the 30th anniversary competition, rather, not the 30th competition. The 30th anniversary of the Sega Saturn promises to be at least as big. Yes, digital applause all around. Snaps for Harmon, snaps for Sed, snaps for Krista, snaps for Shane and Knight. Let's get this competition on the road. Normally I'm going to start with the utilities. Now the problem with the utilities is that it's it's not very showy, so we're going to go through them kind of fast, just to announce the winners. The thing is with the utilities is they're not focused on the user as much as they're focused on the developer. So the utility for them is more like for people like me, for people like Knight and what have you, people like trying to develop games or trying to patch games. And so I will be showing off the 2040p suite as we go over the results. And the 2040p suite is one of the entrants for the utilities category. Now, oh, I forgot with the SADator, and anytime you start changing stuff around in your SD card, it takes a minute for things to load up. Let's give it a minute. Now to start announcing the competition winners, 5 entrants. In 5th place with 33 points. Now, for the utilities category, we had 8 judges submit rankings. That means the minimum score you can get, the top score would be 8 points. And the maximum would be 5 times 8, so basically 40. In 5th place, Shining Force 3 Tools by Rika PSO with 33 points. And I believe these are the hack tools or the modding tools that she used to develop the... oh, jeez, this thing just really not starting. The modding tools that she used to develop the Shining Force hard mode mod, if I remember correctly. So we'll see another one of her entries later on in the competition. Let's try this again. There we go. Had to use the Q. Yeah, and this is it's a common theme. Sometimes this is not the first time a judge has said, "Hey, I'm not really sure how to judge this thing. I'm not sure if I want to judge this category. I might have to recuse myself, either because I don't really know how to evaluate these tools, evaluate these utilities, or rather, sometimes in a case for hacks, patch, and translations, I cannot separate my preference for the game over the preference for the work that was done, and so I'm going to recuse myself for that. And it's part of the competition is playing to the judges' preferences, and you know, it's and that's kind of like part of the game, you know. But people still appreciate the work that you've done. But I think they're probably going to be focused more on your original game entry, or sorry, the hacks patches entry that you have, rather than the probably utilities entry, because I think only a handful of people might want to try to play around with the Shining Force 3 tools, but I think a lot more people are going to try playing Holy Ark hard mode. I mean, honestly, like Shining Force 3, I've never really put a lot of time into. I'm just going to play around in the menu while I announce the end. Anyway, thank you for your entry, Rika PSO. Thank you for joining us on the stream. In 4th place, in kind of a similar fashion, is the Dungeon Master Nexus Translation Kit by Christoph F. with 29 points. And similarly, this is like the a lot of times when you're doing a patch, you end up having to develop your own tools to modify the game in the way that you want. And so this is essentially kind of like that. The Dungeon Master Nexus Translation Kit, I believe, is available on Christoph F's website. And if you go onto the Sega Extreme thread for the competition, you can find a link to that. In 3rd place, with 20 points, and thus being entitled to $8.20, is the 240p test suite by Hitomi 2500. Is Hitomi even like awake and on the stream today? I don't know. There's been so many reschedulings, and I've been trying to make the schedule compatible for people's. Oh my goodness, the lyrics are so freaking distracting. So if Hitomi's not on right now, just inform them that. My goodness, where is this? Why is Samba in my playlist? Really? Honestly, me too. And when I was tallying up the scores, I thought that it was about to come up on top, and then like the judge's bias. I tally the scores in alphabetical order, the judges' names. So the judge biases started to shift in a completely different direction between the early part of the alphabet and the later part of the alphabet. I found that funny. But no, this is exactly what I've been looking for a while, because my Saturn is like the most readily thing that's hooked up to my TV because I use it so much for dev stuff. The T40P test suite has been needed for a while, and I think despite its scoring at third place this year, it's going to see a lot of long-term usage. It's just a very nifty tool to have. And I believe it's probably a lot more difficult to get this working on the Saturn than on some other consoles, because of all the different video modes you have to play with in order to get the Saturn to display so-called high res. Oh, wow. Okay. But anyway, congratulations to Hitomi for this port of the 240p suite. Now this is where actually, okay, I misspoke. This is not third place. This is tied for second. I'm sorry, my automatic ranking doesn't know how to tie things together. The 20 points was earned by both second and third place. So Hitomi, you did not get third place. You tied for second, and there's a distinction there because now you're entitled of half of the sum of 820 and 1355. Just do the math in my head real quick. That's 2175 divided by 2. You and the second place winner can fight over that last penny. Or I'll just keep it and put it in the competition. I don't know. But yeah, okay, I misspoke. Not third place. Tied for second. 240 test suite P. And therefore, the next entry is also tied for second. It is the Chronos Netlink mod for the Chronos emulator by Night of Dragon. Also at 20 points. Night of Dragon, congratulations. You and Hitomi have to fight over who gets the last penny out of that 2175 that you're splitting. Oh, Shane! I didn't know you were coming on today. Welcome to the stream. We're announcing the winners. I tried to plug you for the one of the sponsors on the competition earlier on. No, you'd be surprised, Knight. Like, your entry was, like I said, I was going through in alphabetical order. Your entry was very competitive with the first place. Like, you kept going back and forth until I added up all the scores. If I didn't want to keep the scores a surprise so bad, I would have done the scoring live and commented on stream, because I genuinely found it amusing. Yeah. But, yeah. Second place, Chronos Netlink by Night of Dragon, and 240 Test Suite by Hitomi 2500, both scoring 20 points. Making first place... there's not much of a drop shadow, is it? Oh, my interlacing is not doing this thing any favors. Okay, first place, Film Muxer by Trekkies Unite 118 with a score of 18 points. Too shy of making this a three-way tie for the top three places. Trekkies, congratulations. You won by a mere 2 points out of basically, you know, a perfect score would have been 8. So it was an incredibly close competition. I was surprised too. Honestly, my biases going into this competition would have put 240p at the top, but the judges, and that's the beauty of this competition, is I try to select a wide variety of judges that value different things, where scores like this can happen, and I'm not going to place a value judgment on I think this score is wrong. I mean, the judges have their preferences. The judges value what they value, and the Film Muxer is not a without merit, because a Film Muxer is going to be, I think, instrumental in a lot of future patches that haven't been done yet. There's a massive Japanese library that's yet to be translated. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations everyone. Trekkies, you have won 2711, and of course, Night of Dragon will send you a serial cable, and Shane will be sending you a 3D print of your choice. But I think you've placed so many times that you've run out of things to 3D print. Okay. And that was the utilities category. Now, we are moving on to the hacks, patches, and translations category. And to reiterate, the cash prizes are for the top 5 places. First place being 3253, working its way down to 5th place, getting 813. And, as I said before, thanks to our sponsor, Harman Customs, you will be getting a customized The Fighter controller. And in case people were not here during the beginning of the stream when I was describing the contributions from the sponsors here, let me copy over this picture here, and then we'll show you guys. This is the physical prize for the first place winner of the Hacks, Patches, and Translation category. The fight stick for the Sega Saturn with a customized Sega Sanshiro skin. So, Pepetsu, today is the announcement stream for the Sega Saturn 29th Anniversary Game Development Competition. So, I am showing off the entries for a large number of homebrew developers for the Sega Saturn. And so, we are announcing the winners of the competition. This is like a year-long annual competition. Timeshare. So, Pepetsu, I hope that answers your question. Normally, I would do a game development stream, but today is not a game development day. Today, we are announcing the winners of the competition. This is a community game development stream for Sega Extreme, and by extension, I think a bit of the Shiro community. If in the event that this goes to a team effort, we will have a little bit of a negotiation going on. The thing is made, so I can't necessarily not buy it or not get it done and scrap it for parts or whatever and sell it to. I guess I could buy it off of the team and try to give you guys a cash prize if that is a preference. I don't know how we'd handle that. Yeah, slice it in half down the middle, cut that button. Everyone gets 2 halves of the start button. One person gets a joystick and Sega tile, the other person gets 8 buttons in the Sanshiro, or the Sega Saturn logo. Oh, get really dark with it. Go full on Godfather and send everyone a button like it's a piece of a horse. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, let's get back to the scheduled stream. Yeah, this is again. Thanks again to Harman Customs, and let's just double check, make sure that website is still not down. It is still down, but if you guys want to check them out, you can reach them at Facebook, and hopefully the website will be back up later on. Oh, it's the worst time to be down for maintenance. I can't believe it. Anyway, let's announce winners. 13 entries. Let's get back to the game. Okay, 13 entries. In 13th place with 100 points. Again, 8 out of 9 judges submitted scores for this category, so a perfect score would be 8. And the worst possible score would be 13 times 8. So, at 13th place with 100 points. Oh, let's turn off the background music, huh? There we go. This is the Sega Rally X project by, what is it, Rings of Saturn. I don't know what ROS stands for. I think it was Rings of Saturn. And this is a modification. I believe it's a skin swap for some of the cars. Let's just do a quick little race. Okay, Rings of Saturn. Okay, I'm glad I got that right. I want to make sure everyone gets their due. So, now for all the entrants, if you are on the stream and you want to pop in and talk about your entry, every entry is going to get basically a 5-minute time slot. I can get you into the Emerald Nova Discord. You could join us on voice chat and talk about the work you've done for the game, etc., etc. Now I'm going to try and oh no, it's there's multiple cars. So I believe the mod here is that the cars for this there's 2 different versions of this mod. One of them I think was a reskin. The other one he changed the mesh or something to make the cars I guess lower poly, and I don't know if that improves the performance of the game at all. But if you look at the cars, they should look different than how you remember. And I believe the helicopter is different too. It wasn't super clear. Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me let me swap over the whatchamacallit? The view. Okay, there's only 2 views. I'm not particularly good at Sega Rally, so you'll have to excuse me. Oh, the wheels are different too? Let me there. There we go. You guys like my rims? Yeah, they appear to be popping out a little bit more. So I guess, yeah. I guess the wheels are like a little bit bigger, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, okay. I'm clearly not doing well here. The wing? You mean the spoiler? I don't know what you mean by the wing. It is kind of like a giant ricer spoiler, isn't it? Like is that bigger than it normally is? Ah. Heckflugel? Why do the Germans always find the weirdest way to name things? Aileron? It's a spoiler, guys. Come on. Let me do a quick practice course. Let's pick one of the different cars. Was this like a crossover? Poop wing. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Heckflugel is perfect. Let's try the desert. Oh, it's got SX on the back. Neat. Oh, wait. Oh, I have to change gears. I forgot I'm on a manual. I like the SX in the back. Oh, I should change gears, huh? Woo. Ooh, okay. Is the poop deck what it sounds like? Wee. Okay, I am bashing myself into the walls here. I forget. Does this car or did the game has any car damage or not? Yeah, I did not deserve to get that checkpoint. I was clearly about to disqualify. Alright, I think it's time for the next entry. Well, it's port and starboard, yeah. But you don't call the rear of the plane the heck. At least not in English. Okay, 12th place with 98 points. Did I read that right? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. 12th place, 98 points. It is the Radiant Silvergun text removal hack by Private Eye. Oh, I should probably undeafen myself from stream chat. Sorry, give me... my output device is not set up correctly. Okay, Knight, you said something? Sorry.
Oh, just checking to see if it's working now.
Okay, yeah. In case anyone wanted to come on, I just fixed the audio settings on the stream to be able to actually show up on stream. So the difference in points there was 198. So you could think of like a single placing as 8 points. It's a virtual tie. It's just a hair scored a hair higher. Like 2 points is not much. But the text removal, I believe, was simply to unbusy the screen to make it easier to survive the bullet hell. Does anyone understand what the guy is saying? So what's changed is that a lot of on-screen text has been removed. I believe primarily it's like this part of the screen right here. There should be like a press start for player 2 to start getting shot at or whatever. That's one of the things. %? Is it really that bad? Mm. Oh, okay. Can't do that. Yeah, even with the text removed, I'm still not good at this game. Oh no! Those 2 entries counted as 1 entry. It was like a suite of whatchamacallit, a suite of modifications. So it was like 2 different versions of the same mod. So what's new is that the text has been removed from bits of the screen to unclutter it. Oh boy. Jeez. How do I... Yep. Oh, okay. About to say, do I just die here? Yep. The dying was inevitable. Yeah, the entrance rules are going to be different next year, purely to make my life easier, because there's been a lot of issues with me trying to organize the entries, primarily because you know, I need to try to gather everything, and everyone's submitting them in a different way, and I'm trying to get all the the files in the same place, in the same location for the judges, and on top of that, there's things like you know, oh, I have a last-minute bug fix. Last-minute bug fix to the bug fix. And then after that, it was just a matter of getting the judges to score. Anyway, moving on. Next entry. Okay. Yeah, next entry. An 11th place. Let me get back into here. Hacks, patches, and translations. Oh, sorry. Again, not 11th place. tied for 10th place. So in place 10B with 75 points. There we go. It is the Sonic Jam Tails World mod. Unless something happened to break it. Okay, no, I was just impatient. So, exactly what it says on the tin. Sonic World, but with Tails. This would probably be better if I had the analog stick hooked up, but whatever. How many... Okay. There we go. Wasn't that it? Did I get my 20 rings? So, part of the mod, I think, is just a massively increased jump distance because it's Tails, he can fly. Wonder, do I just jump back on this thing? Oh, okay, right. Right. Okay, let me try to do that better. But yeah, oh yeah, so there is a little bit of a hiccup there with because of the Sonic model is still kind of a little bit present in the memory of the game or whatever. So if you jump just the right way, you can kind of get that spinny ball thing back, and I don't think B-Bales changed it. I don't know if I can trigger it again. I mean, honestly, this version of the engine could use a little bit of work. Oh, there we go. I got the Sonic ball thing going again. It's honestly, if you don't have the analog pad, it's kind of rough on the thumbs, but it might just be my controller. Where is the other Tails? There's a second Tails flying around. It's actually like the Tails that's supposed to be in the game. He's around somewhere. Where is he? Oh, wait, is that him? No, that's a Flicky. Okay, I haven't played a lot of Sonic World, so I don't know how to actually trigger Tails showing up, if it's a trigger. Okay, anyway, thank you BBLs for that. Again, that's Tails World for Sonic Jam by BBLs with 75 points, tied for 10th place. Bow Bales. Honestly, that doesn't help me narrow it down. Like, is that like their Discord name or something? I don't think I've run into Bow Bales very often.
Yeah, he's the guy who's doing all the hacks for like all the different games recently.
Really? Huh. I guess I haven't been tuned in or whatever. Right. Anyway, 10th place alternate is the Sonic 3D modification. Oops, all special stages, and this is by also be bales. Soon as it starts up. Did I break it? Okay, I'm just getting really impatient. I don't know. I'm not used to the Saturn load times anymore. Papetsu, I've used Joe Engine extensively in the past. I don't really use it too much right now. The next game project I'm working on is not going to be using Joe Engine, no. And obviously, for this game, this is a modification to Sonic 3D Blast. This would have been made in SGL by Traveler's Tales and whoever they got from Sega to help them, and not necessarily, it's before Joe Engine was ever a thing. I don't think anyone made a Saturn game in assembly. I think Sega was very quick to get their C engines up and running to a point where at least SBL was available. And yeah, assembly on the Saturn, I don't think anyone would get anything done. Oh, Sonic Team did do the bonus stage. Yeah, you're right. So this would be SGL. I thought there was some SGL library stuff inside of Night, so maybe Yuji Naka was like doing some stuff around it in assembly.
Yeah, the engine itself is assembly, but like the GFS, FS, which is through SBL, that's like a C library and a couple others.
Okay, so the file loading was through the SBL because like file loading is a nightmare anyway. Okay. I honestly don't think that they really bought that much performance by going full assembly in Knights. I think XL2 has proved that even purely in C, you can get a lot done anyway. And I don't think there's anything specifically in Knights that shows it's like more performant than, say, Hellslave. Okay, that's fair. That's a very fair assessment. Yeah, the C compilers 25 years ago would have been, or 29 years ago, sorry, would have been dumber. So as you can see, I've started back in the bonus stage again. Now, this is, I believe, a different bonus stage, so I'm going in order. So this should be the second emerald. Now, I don't think I'm going to have time to finish, but... oh, jeez. So, like, the first bonus stage literally wins itself. Like, you can just not touch the controller and you'll be fine. Wow, I'm just flubbing it all over the place today. I mean, I would say today it is outdated. Like, like today with today's tools, however much you think you're gonna buy with doing the thing in assembly is just not worth, like, it's minuscule relative to man hours. It's literally like you're better off making content for your game, and that's a trap a lot of developers I see get into, where they're like so focused on doing something technically impressive in their engine they forget to make more stuff for the game. Okay. Well, oh, we are over time, actually. Sorry, we got to move on to the next entry. Okay, 9th place with 67 points. Is Shining the Holy Ark hard mode.
Sonic, software planning.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'll just try to get into the dungeon real quick, just to show you guys the nonsense I had to deal with getting the save file. Like, I full-on party wiped at some point in the beginner dungeon. How do you check your status? There we go. So I'm already at, like, level 3. Except for Rhodey. That was just me struggling to get out of the dungeon. Oh, jeez. Okay, just get out. So in the hard mode mod, and every encounter, including the ones in this very early dungeon, has been modified to be more difficult. Now, having not actually beaten this game before, I don't have a reference point for how much more difficult it is, other than thinking, my goodness, this is taking a while to get out of this beginner dungeon.
It also takes a while without the hard mode.
Yeah, I suspected it was something like that. So this entry was by Rika PSO. Yeah, okay, yeah, we yeah. I'm getting my feedback from my stream from you, Knight. So, Rika, if you want to hop on to the voice comms in the Emerald Nova Discord, you can talk about the game for a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's just party wipe. Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, we gotta kind of hurry things along anyway. I think we're a little bit behind schedule. Oh. Okay, unfortunately, like I'm just running up against time. I'm trying to give every game 5 minutes. I started a little bit late, but you know. Are you meant to be able to beat this enemy, like normally?
Yeah.
Okay, because he completely wiped me out first time. Now, I'm not going to recommend against playing the hard mode mod. I'm just saying, as someone who enjoys RPGs myself, this felt difficult, which is the point. There we go. I'll try doing that again, actually saving in my own time.
Now, this mode is definitely for people who play this game year after year and know all the stats and know how the game actually plays.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that. And me going in kind of ignorant and just barely getting out of the dungeon and saying, "Oh, hey, free stuff from this pot," and just getting a party wipe last minute was demoralizing, to say the least. Okay, 8th place with 63 points. Trekkies, that's night. So let me see if I can't bump. Oh, he's already as bumped up as I can get him, I think. You know, short of doing some funny stuff in voice meter, I don't think I can.
What am I coming off? Low? I had to turn down the Twitch so I can't hear myself.
Yeah, you do come off a little bit, at least according to Xenos. Okay, let's actually play some Doom. So, the Doom fix patch, I'm not super familiar what exactly is being fixed. Like, it's still Saturn Doom, so you're still a little bit performance limited. A little bit might be an understatement, but I think something's got changed to make it more playable. Audio issues. Okay, maybe... I'm not hearing too much. Very ambient. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's still Saturn Doom. I know every once in a while the community talks about eventually just like redoing Doom, like from the engine from the ground up, and to actually like make it performant on the Saturn. I don't know if anyone actually has the willpower to try to sit down and do it. This is on the border of being playable. Left of that border, though, in terms of FPS. Oh, okay, that's good. Now, I'm not big on Doom, primarily because it gives me motion sickness. So, if I'm missing a bunch of secrets, it's because I literally don't know where they are. Here's the thing, is that Quake, I believe, is going to run off of quads, which Saturn's fine with, because the brushes are basically put down as squares anyway. Now, Doom, I don't know if they're trying to raycast this thing or something, but it is just clunky. I mean, I think you can see it, but like if you're feeling it, it's a little rough. Ooh, shotgun. Got a minute left. Let's see what I can do with the shotgun. Aiming. Yeah. Honestly, I think I would prefer to just play GX Doom with some sort of FOV mod, and I know like Romero and the guys or whoever like for some reason randomly like drop level packs and expansion packs when they get bored. Like I think one came out last year or something. Oh, there you go. Anyway, it's time to move on. Congratulations, Vaffling, on 8th place on the Hacks, Patches, and Translations category. Okay. 7th place with 52 points. I think you can get Doom 64 to work on the Saturn with the right work behind it. This is the Portuguese translation for Sakura Wars by Sensagolo. Sensagolo, also famous for his many visual novel original game entries over the years, including this year, I believe he submitted an update to Red Moon. Yeah, Red Moon Lost Days. So let's see some Portuguese. Now me, having a very loose command of the Spanish language and no ability to differentiate between Spanish and poorly spoken Italian and Portuguese, I'll see how much I can say. Oh wow, I do not understand Portuguese diacritics. Novo jogo. Okay, Papetsu, yes, but also Portuguese is from Portugal. Sansegolo. I believe he's a developer out of Brazil, but I don't remember for certain.
Yeah, I thought he was down in Brazil, South America somewhere.
Yeah, because some of his games take place in Brazilian cities, I think. The Portuguese tech didn't start anytime soon? Sansig... okay, I'll copy it into... There we go. Sansigolo.
Did that first screen have no text?
No, not during the video. Attribute Chow. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even pronouncing. I'm not even gonna try because I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Xenos, what are you talking about? Oh boy, we got bots.
I think he's talking about Doom 64.
I mean, you can get like this. It's not the first time someone has had to convert assets. It's possible.
Oh, I know. Just move on back to Sansegolo stuff.
Yeah. Freaking crap. Okay, let me go back into freaking Twitch. I gotta get rid of this guy. Ban? Can I ban? Do I need block? No, block is not the same as ban. Thank you. Okay. There you go. Banned by mods. Okay. Okay, so we've seen the English translation for the mod before. In fact, this translation is based off of the English translation as a base. Now, the current state of the translation patch files is a little bit iffy to try to get done, especially with CD Romance having gone under some changes recently. I don't even know if it's still around. But I believe that I've had some conversations with Sansegolo to make it easier and get into a format that's a little bit more ready to fix. Anyway, yeah, it's the same game. It's just in Portuguese, and I don't understand Portuguese, and Sansegolo is not here to talk about. I would love for Sansegolo to narrate in Portuguese. That would be amazing if he was here. Okay, I think we can move on to the next game. Okay, moving on to 6th place. Sixth place with 45 points is J.B. Harold, Blue Chicago Blues. Now, we've seen this on the stream before. Last year was the initial entry, I believe, and I think this year he's submitting like the final complete version. It's like a typical noir detective story, but as a point-and-click adventure. Oh yeah, Arjack, if you wanna, you're in the server now. If you want to pop in and talk about Blue Chicago Blues, you can pop over to the Emerald Nova stream voice channel.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jack. Can you hear Arjack? Okay, cool. Yeah, Arjack. Unfortunately, we're running short on time. Like this thing's trying to go like lightning round. But is there anything?
Right. Go ahead.
I'm in Chicago. I'll be
No. You go ahead. Like this is your game.
Call you then.
Well, I mean, I honestly I don't know what to say. I was on pins and needles to see how I measured up, and I'm pretty happy. So I just want to thank everyone involved. You know, both with the project and for appreciating my work, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know you had an in-depth discussion on Shiro, and I hope that the stream is still up on the Shiro channel. But you described the steps you went through to try to get the assets into this game from like a different release and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably went on for like 40 minutes, so I promise not to do that here.
Yeah, I know. No, there's a place for that, and it is valuable information to have. I think you had a very valuable discussion on Shiro, and I would like to point people out to the Shiro channel, looking for the Blue Chicago Blues playthrough. I believe it was you talking with both Traino Co. and Pandemonium, because they were both streaming the same game at the same time.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was. And that's how you worked on something valuable, because people, apropos nothing, are trying to play the game and talk about it. So
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I've always, from the first time I experienced them, I've always been very grateful to fan translations and respect. I have a lot of respect for people who work on them. So being able to, finally call myself a member of that group, it's unbelievable. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I think I seem to recall you mentioning not wanting to feel like a freeloader or something like that. And I did want to speak to that point. Do you recall saying something like that?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, maybe I was thinking of something else.
I probably said something to the extent of wanting to give back to the community that gave me so much.
Right.
That's probably more the sentiment I feel.
Right. And I just wanted to clarify the point from the perspective of someone that kind of organizes in the community, that just because you don't like put out a patch every year or something like that doesn't mean you're not considered a valuable member of the community. Honestly, the way to become a valuable member of the community is to not only work on stuff, but maybe sometimes just helping to promote stuff or just appreciating stuff without being an irritant. Because if obviously not everyone can be making their own game, but like it is going above and beyond. But I want to say like the baseline of like just playing and appreciating and communicating positively here in the community, on the internet, especially places like Twitter and Facebook. It goes a long way just not being an entitled fan. And obviously you've gone beyond that now. You're a full-on contributor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, I mean, go ahead and get a last point in, but unfortunately we have to move on very soon.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, this is just being able to do this project. Any project like this has just been a dream of mine, and I just want to thank everyone who helped make it possible, and for showing faith in me, and just appreciating what I did, and so thank you to everyone.
All right. And do you foresee working on different games in the future?
I hope so. I mean, I had another project going, but it's kind of stalled because I've run into some technical things that are way over my head.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable sharing the name of the project?
Godzilla, Reto Shinken or something.
And you just missed the window for -1 too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is the 70th anniversary of Godzilla as well as the 30th anniversary of the Saturn, so I would love to be able to get it out in time this year to celebrate all that. But
that would certainly be appreciated. I want this next coming year, the 30th anniversary, to be as big as possible. I'm gonna have to cut us off because we're starting to get into a conversation, and this is more like an Oscars type scenario where play them off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but thank you for coming on.
Cut me off all. Anyway,
yeah.
Thank you.
No. So keep my console's name out of your mouth.
4 bullets left in the cylinder. No pin.
Okay, moving on, and we're gonna try to get onto a schedule, but I mean we're at this point we're 3 minutes over on slots, so we're probably just gonna run long for a couple of them anyway. Thank you again, Arjack, for coming on. Now we're getting into cash prize placement. So 5th place is entitled to a cash prize of $8.13, enough for a nice meal at a food court in many malls in America. 5th place with 44 points, just 1 point over JB Harold, is the Devil Summoner translation. Soul Hackers. Sorry, Devil Summoner, Soul Hackers. I always get that wrong. Now, I specifically didn't. I was going to play this ahead of time. I am very interested in a lot of the SMT games. However, I know that Trekkies, it was particularly proud of the work he did during the name entry section, so I want to try to get to that bit. Oh boy, who did that? Anaheim. Wait, you're just now following? I thought you were following before. I've seen you in chat. Huh. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but I appreciate you coming on. Now, obviously, this text coming up on here is in English. It wasn't before. I believe there's some non-trivial tomfoolery going on with getting VDP2 to display some sprites over a background or whatever.
If I remember right, he said that each screen is its own, full-page image.
Just such a weird way of doing things.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Trekkies is in chat describing how weird it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they could have... I mean, I honestly, I would have personally just done all the text in VDP1 and done some sort of fade effect or something like that by playing with GoRad or whatever. Okay. So, Trekkies, I believe, because I'm going based off of the some of his comments from earlier Shiro streams. Managed to utilize the 2 bytes per character Japanese to kind of expand the 1 byte per character room that you have in English to give you a few more characters on the name entry screens. But because of some tomfoolery by Atlas in the background, the same grace was not necessarily extended to the username compared to the real name. Now, if this is Japanese, I believe it's family name first, so Nova... M... Bro. And then online pseudonym. Oh, well, I mean, it's not like I'm going to save this, so I'll do it right next time. Okay, for everyone's future benefit, don't do it the way I did. Do it in the right order. Ah, yeah, there it is. I was trying to overcompensate, but he did a better translation than I expected. I mean, I'm waiting for Trekkies to say that this game is ready to be play tested properly, because I have been not only have I been trying to play something like this, but Soul Hackers 2 came out recently, and despite some reviews not giving it a very good response, I do want to try it. Oh. Anyway, we got to move on to the next entry. Congratulations, Trekkies, for 5th place in Hacks, Patches, and Translations. Okay. Fourth place with 40 points. Dungeon Master Nexus. English translation. I did try to play this earlier, and I honestly cannot for the life of me figure out how this game even really works. This is by Christoph F. Okay. If it weren't for my battery recently dying and getting replaced, I might have had a save file already ready to go. If I play now, I'll not be able to save my... Why not? Huh. I have to go look and see if my system memory is full or something. Oh, there we go. English version 2 by Christoph F. Okay, so this is handled a lot like some blobbers, like I'm thinking of like Grimrock or something, where there's like specific things. Ah, there we go. There's the hand. If I want to touch stuff, reach out and touch someone. This is painfully slow movement, though. Okay, I'll try to skip. I remember being able to become a lizard guy, or picking up a lizard guy for my party, rather. I mean, this is the run button. This is the run icon. The run icon is selected. Otherwise, I'd be even slower. Like here, let me turn it off. There. This is normal running. This is with dash on. It's still painful. There we go. This guy looks like a reincarnate, resurrect, reincarnate, resurrect. What's the difference? Okay. I guess I
Maybe
got
his
one of those.
stats change when you reincarnate.
I think you at least want some... Oh, that's Chewbacca? I'll take a Chewbacca. Alright. Let's get some female representation in the party. And last but not least, Lizard Boy. Where's Lizard Boy? Remember he was around somewhere. No, not you. Okay, so this... I'm familiar with those kinds of systems. I think a lot of MUDs do something like that, and I think also like... for some reason, Mabinogi is like the first thing that comes to mind. Let's grab the apple. Get the apple. Get the apple. Get the apple. Oh, okay. Do I give it to this guy? Nope. Okay. Do I keep it? Oh, C keeps it. All right. This is a little bit awkward to control. Free chicken. There we go. Looks like some arrows. This game feels like it needs a lot more patience than I'm willing to give it in a 5-minute setting. I assume it plays like a typical blobber. You got 4 people willing to bash the head in of whatever's directly in front of you. No? Okay, well, for one, I've only got 3 people because I was holding out for Lizard Boy and I couldn't find him. And 2, it's about time for us to be moving on. I did want to take a quick bathroom break, though, so I will be back shortly. So enjoy this deceptive multiplayer screen with music. And I will be back as soon as I'm back from the bathroom to announce the top 3 winners of the Hacks, Patches, and Translation category. Okay, I am back from my strategically timed bathroom break. Xenos, a blobber is where you have a party of people that operate inside of a dungeon crawler, where they're in the same location and all capable of independent movement. So it's like a blob of people that can reach out and perform their actions with no real consideration for how they might interfere with each other. Anyway, we're back in, and Dungeon Master Nexus was 4th place. Third place. Let's get back into the competition. Once again, congratulations to Christoph F. for 4th place in the Hacks, Patches, and Translations category. Danthrax, that's a bladder, not a blobber. What's yours? So as soon as I'm done with this stream, I will copy over the full rankings into the competition thread, and they will be available updated on my website just as quickly. Yeah. So this year we specifically had the judges report directly to me first, so that we could keep some of the results a secret. Because the last couple of years, people were building their own spreadsheets and instantly knowing the results days ahead of time, which takes away from some of the fun. Okay. Third place, 29 points. Very, very close to the 28 points from second place. There we go. Oh, we can pause the music. This is Silhouette Mirage, English patch. Submitted by Rasputin 3000. Now, this was an interesting, weird combination of, jump and shoot type combat, like a Mega Man style platformy shooty action thing, with weird Ikaruga mechanics. Okay, yeah, let's preservation rate 52%. That's encouraging. Yes, so Rasputin, you're on. Good. Fifth place was entitled to $8.13. Fourth place got $10.84. And you, in third place, got $13.55. I'll just start the mission. And, of course, all cash prize winners get a 3D print from That's It Guys. And also, I believe Night of Dragon is preparing serial to USB adapters. Oh, my goodness. Get to the part where I kill things. Serial to USB adapters for all entrants. So you will be getting those in the mail eventually. Oh, yeah. Thanks again to all the judges and the sponsors for the competition as well. All right. Okay, just a lot of words. Just let me. There we go. Red bullets, blue bullets. Red bullets, blue bullets. Ah, yeah. Okay, what do I do? Aren't I supposed to? Do I have to shoot these people? Oh my goodness! I'm murdering people. I thought those were innocent civilians. Apparently not. Oh wait, I need to. No, how do I? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh wait, are they civilian? Oh, I'm not supposed to shoot them. Rank down. Okay, I get it. Shipping money comes out of the competition fund, and it's always an estimate every year. And because of the 3D prints, it actually becomes a non-trivial amount. So don't worry about the shipping funds. You get your full amount of your prize pool, minus any potential currency transfer fees if you live in some odd place like, Europe or Canada.
Well, exception is the serial cable. Everybody's got to pay for shipping on those.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, for the shipping cable, those are coming from Night of Dragon, so he will have to get compensation for non-trivial, like 31. Well, not 31 people. I think we counted like 26 or something, but a large number of people getting shipping cables, and also I think I wanted one too. What do I do? Oh, it's a shield. I am so confused. I can't tell if I'm supposed to shoot them or not. And this person just keeps... This game is great, I just suck at it, so I'm not showing it off properly. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Okay, I gotta keep making progress on the slope, or I will surely perish. Oh, I can fly too, I forgot. Why am I ranking down? They need to make up their mind. Okay, I can fly with my hat. This guy wanna... Oh, I can buy stuff. Interesting. Is there like RPG mechanics to this? Okay. I'll take one. Oh, wait. Don't I already have one? Okay, never mind. I'm clearly not doing a good job. Are they lifting their skirts at me? Honestly, I don't think I understand the color mechanics well enough, because they're wearing red. I assume I shoot them with red. That's not working. And if I try to switch... Oh! It's... Okay, opposite colors, but it won't let me switch. My spirit is down.
When you look left, that's blue.
Yeah, I get that. But it won't let me switch so I can shoot with blue to the right.
You can't. You gotta get those guys to go to the left so you can shoot them.
Oh, this is incredibly dumb. Okay, so I gotta trick this person to... Alright. Oh, also time's up, so I can stop sucking at this game. Alright, just in time for me to not embarrass myself against the boss. Not sure if that's meant to be a sly reference to Weird Al. Okay, that was third place. Rasputin's English patch for Silhouette Mirage. Second place, I'm actually going to need a little bit of help with. This is Shadows of the Tusk. And Knight, do you have something you can share with us for that one?
I mean, the stream is going. You just have to capture on Discord or whatever.
All right. Let me see if I can't... Quick and dirty capture. So I'll put the music back on because I don't think you're broadcasting audio. But Shadows of the Tusk, which is like a strategy role-playing type deal with multiplayer elements. And what you're seeing here, I believe, is direct Chronos to SEGA Saturn gameplay locally at Night of Dragon's Place.
Yep, that is correct.
All right. So, Knight, you scored 28 points, just a hair above Silhouette Mirage, putting you in second place. And that entitles you to... Oops, let me get this out of the way. Entitling you to $18.97 and a 3D print and a serial cable of your own making. Yeah, so definitely with most blobbers and RPGs and stuff like that, especially CRPGs, the manual is everything. and the longer the manual is, the more necessary it becomes. I don't know if there's anything you want to share about your entry, Knight. I know this is associated with the Chronos Netlink mod.
Yeah, so I mean, that the utility part, yeah. So what people are seeing right now is me playing on my Saturn against myself on the Chronos. So hopefully, future people who want to play online don't have to actually own a Saturn if they have a Chronos, and they can play.
Yeah.
The other part with the actual hack is this game is translated. People say that this game was already translated, but only certain parts were translated where you could see what you're doing, but you don't necessarily understand it. Like if you were to look at the screen right now, this command screen would be translated in the original game, but the help screen here that says Fireball, that stuff's not. So now you actually understand what the spell does. Outside of that, there's other elements I'm not going to go into where some of the character stories are translated so that you could get a better understanding of what each character is. The main game is translated so you can get the backstory of the world of Shadows of the Tusk as a whole. And that's about it. The game itself is not text heavy, but I don't know where else to go. I just lost my train of thought right there.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, we gotta have like the quick little explanation anyway. But I think everyone gets it. Everyone kind of sees how the game kind of plays. Like a very restrictive tactics game. I would say it's closer to almost like a card game if you understand
yes, it is a card game.
Yeah.
Because that's why you get more cards.
Yeah, this looks exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh to me. So does that mean the individual characters don't necessarily level up? You just have to build your deck better?
Correct. Their stats never change.
Okay, interesting. All right, and this is an online game that so before I would think of like what do the English speaking audience get for online games? It's the 5 games. It's Duke and Duke,
Bomberman, Daytona, Virtual On, and Sega Rally.
Virtual, yeah. So 2 racing games, a shooter, the mech simulator, and I forget what the 5th one was, Bomberman. So it was like a kind of a party game. So this is a nice change of pace. This is a completely new genre that's available for online. How far have you been able to test out the internet connection and actually got been able to play?
Like, what do you mean how far? Like, distance-wise?
Yeah, distant, like real-life distance.
I mean, you and I have had some pretty good games that were decent, but once I get to California, that's where I start hitting issues. Like, Dave and I could never connect.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and I recall that. I'm just wondering if the Chronos emulator gives you a little bit more leeway because you're directly on the machine.
Oh, I've never actually tested Chronos on distance, like, with anybody.
Okay. But the mechanism by which you are dialing is the Saturn is necessarily reaching out to the internet and then circling back to connect to the Chronos, though.
Not on my machine. My machine is the Saturn's connected to one tunnel, which connects to another tunnel running on the same machine. Now it will work on the internet also. It's just a matter of opening up the line with the port forwarding. But
right
now I'm in LAN mode.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to move on now, but thank you, Knight, and congratulations on 2nd place in Hacks, Patches, and Translations. So to answer the question real quick, yes, Phil Muxer won 1st place in Utilities. That was Trekkies' tool, and it replaces a very inconvenient previous tool and setup where Trekkies has given a tutorial video on that before. But essentially, I think you were required to start up a Mac virtual environment in order to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, you still need that Mac.
Oh. Well, either way, it's probably more convenient than whatever tool they were using before. All right, moving on to 1st place in Hacks, Batches, and Translations. First place with 12 points, 4 points shy of a perfect score. So, Shadow, part of the competition is trying to communicate what you've done and making it accessible to someone who's basically on the player or user level. So, you know.
So I just noticed this now. Bo said that they did fix the Sonic Spinball when you skid jump.
4 years have passed since
Oh.
I
Oh.
guess it's not in that release. He sent it about an hour ago.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I tried to get updated builds into the folder, but it's managing that many entries becomes difficult when all the entries end up in different places. I will be trying to rectify the situation next year with a more streamlined entry process.
Their technology had simply been no match for that of mankind. Considering the minimal damage done, there was perhaps a silver lining to the incident. The attack had unified us, bringing an end to eons of conflict over ethnic and religious divides.
So this is Stellar Assault English localization by Danthrax, and localization, distinct from a translation, he's actually included some voice acting.
Making them all but impossible to examine.
It was a pretty strong placing, going from 28 points to 12 points for first place.
The identity of the alien menace remained a mystery, but this time we were ready for them.
Oh crap! Let's go back and talk about the whole situation with the Harriman custom controller. I'm gonna actually start playing the game a little bit because we need to get some gameplay in here. But you could hear the English voice acting. Oh, you should be on my server. I don't know why you're not. Yeah, okay. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, let me try to create an invite for Dan the Manthrax. If you wanted to try and jump in here, I'll give you an extra 5 minutes because we just went over time for the last time slot. Oh, what am I doing? So Dan, if you want to pop in, it's the Emerald Nova Stream voice channel all the way at the bottom.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
I am here. Thank you to all the judges for voting us first. That's a huge honor considering, you know, all the great projects that were entered into this year's competition.
Yeah, so like I said, I try my best to get a large swath of judges, a lot of diverse opinions, backgrounds, what have you. You know, people that do some development, people that mostly focus on gameplay, people that are kind of very casual about it, some people that are dedicated to Saturn, but all of whom have some connection to the Saturn that make them invested in the community.
Based on the enemy's previous appearances near
I can't skip this.
neighboring planets, Uranus, then Pluto. Unfortunately, with this
so is anything you want to share about the game, or I guess the special thanks to the cast or whatever, you know, your little Oscar stub speech if you have it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I don't want to talk a whole lot over the work of the game, which was the voice acting here.
Okay, that's fair.
During the missions and the cutscene, but yeah, you know, a massive thanks to all of our volunteer voice actors, you know, and my fellow teammates. I really didn't have as much to do on this one as like Bulk Slash. This was the majority of this was Lacquerware's show, and Shadow Mass did a ton of work. Getting the audio sounding good. But you know, we're all kind of part of a core team making decisions on the project too, and making decisions on who is going to be our voice actors after all of our auditions and that sort of thing. So it was a team effort. At the end of the day, Cargo Din was involved too, as an editor and to help with choosing auditions and that sort of thing. So, yeah, thank you to everybody. Shadowmass is in the chat, of course, as Shadowbot.
Undock from your support craft during this scan to ensure
Okay.
And huge thanks to Silos, too, for not only figuring out how to give players unlimited continues in this patch to make the game more playable, much more playable, but also huge thanks to him for figuring out how to just enable the mission stick support, which was also was really just enabling every controller possible. And just in doing so, that means mission stick also is supported. This game already supported analog control by way of the 3D analog controller. And since the mission stick uses analog, it's like all we need to do is just get the game to just play nicely with the analog stick. And boom, it works with analog, which this game absolutely should work with the mission stick. So that was awesome. We're really glad we were able to get that in here.
Yeah. So like anytime we get a big team together to do this kind of effort, it's always very impressive. It's it's kind of like Bulk Slash is bound to beat out the competition. So it's not super surprising that it placed the way it did, as strongly as it did. The effort shows.
Thank you. Paru asked, what was the first reaction to hearing about the Japanese producer? I think like this project. Yeah, he was actually the director on this game. His name is Tsuchida, and yeah, we were shocked and thrilled that not only did he notice us, but he seemed like he was really excited and impressed that I guess that anyone in the West cared about his little game from 25 years ago, but also that we were we were actually putting a bunch of effort in to make it more accessible. So yeah, that was super awesome when he tweeted at us, and we tweeted back and forth with him. Like he and I follow each other now. He posts a lot of his food, which looks good. So yeah, that's cool. Papa 2, this is Stellar Assault SS, double S.
Is SS Sega Saturn?
Yes, it just means Sega Saturn.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Chuchida also worked on the game that came before this on a 32X, which was called Shadow Squadron in the US and called Stellar Assault elsewhere. Yeah, Senpai noticed.
Yeah. So, and that's something I wanted to address in a general sense, is that we have good communication between English-speaking countries or English-adjacent countries. So Eurozone, North America, pretty good about that. Obviously, Sensiglo and a couple other people from South America, I think like Random and whatnot, that are good with us. So like anyone like 5 time zones east of Greenwich Mean Time and west of there seems to be involved in this bigger community. But one thing that we seem to have a problem reaching out to is like the Japanese don't seem to have a very good understanding of who we are, what we do, and how much we actually care about working on this console, despite the fact that Japan seems to be like the native home of the Saturn. And I'm hoping next year we get a little bit more involvement with the Japanese audience in terms of like paying attention.
I don't know how we would do it, but that would be super cool.
Yeah, because it's obviously they're not going to be super engaged with the English translations, which is the bulk of the HPT category. But for the OGs, how many people in Japan have that really love the Sega Saturn actually care about things like Hellslave or Slide Hop or whatever, Cube-Cat, those kinds of things, stuff that's been placed highly before in the OG category. I'm sure exactly 0 people in Japan are aware of Blue Skies, aside from maybe like Aguro-san, who is just like a friend of mine, that I told him about it, and he was surprised that people cared about the Saturn enough to care about Darius and whatever.
Yeah, maybe some of them would want to translate some of our homebrew into Japanese, or some of our English-exclusive games.
Part of me wants to be petty and be like, hey, no, you don't get this. We get this. This is for us. No, complete ban on Japanese translation, considering what you guys did to our library.
Yeah. No, all Saturn games should be for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, we need to find out where these Saturn communities are in the Japanese-speaking world, and that would be, I think, the first step, trying to reach out to them.
Yeah, I know we've had, they seem to be the most active on Twitter, and I've tried to point, point Panda and Sam I Am and whatever onto that direction. I think we're starting to ramble a little bit. We might need to start moving on to the OG category.
Yeah, this isn't too much Blood Stiller Assault Double S, but yeah, thank you again to everybody for checking this out. Because this game is super cool, and I think all of our voice actors just turned in like amazing performances, especially considering it was all free. No one was paid, and they all put a ton of effort and hours recording with us over Discord. They used Audacity on their ends, and then they just shipped us their recordings over Google Drive, and then Shadowmass took it from there to make it sound great. And Lacquerware just spent hours and hours and hours in the recording booth, so to speak, with them, and all that effort paid off with just a super fun, very playable in English space sim, and I love space sims. I grew up with them, so it was super awesome getting to play through this game and understand what was going on.
Threat confirmed.
Yeah, so once again, congratulations. I don't know how you're going to handle the Harman Customs Sega Saturn fighter stick. Let me go ahead and get that back on screen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in our contest entry, that if we won anything, we would just forfeit it, because we did want to keep money out of it to reduce the chances of litigious actions.
Yeah, I can understand
just the fact
that part.
We did have a large team working on this, and everybody contributed in different ways, in their own way, and different amounts of time that we did not keep track of. And how do you rank, the effort involved in different people's roles? So, kind of with Bulk Slash, is like, how would you divide, any kind of prizes among everyone? And especially with a fight stick, we're not going to cut it up into 20 pieces. So I don't know. I guess I would just have to say thank you, but maybe offer it to the next, to the second place, I guess, Knight.
Both are valid options. Knight, if you want to, like, I would prefer if you got the assent from the entire team for going in that direction. But Knight,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak to the team as best I can, but technically the team lead is Lacquerware, and we had discussed this, a good year ago when we wrapped up our project. But we can get back together again and try to talk about it a little bit, and I guess give you an official decision.
Okay, yeah, of course. And then I think it would be acceptable for a charity auction if it came down to that. I'll probably have to send an email to Lee at Harman Customs describing the situation that we can't cut this into 20 pieces, and we wouldn't want to. It's too nice of a stick. But no, that would be I think it would be a fantastic use of contest funds. It's actually kind of the fate of the first contest I tried to hold, was because there was an issue trying to figure out how legitimate the results were, the way we were determining them. We decided, screw it, we're just going to give this to the Australian Fires. So this is not without precedent or merit.
Yeah, I just, even though we technically are putting out patches that are just our own code to keep it as legal as possible, we don't include any pre-patched content or, assets that were made by another company, by other people. Like, you're still, at the end of the day, modifying someone else's IP and, creating a work that is reliant upon someone else's work and IP. So it just, as far as translations go, it, from my perspective, and I believe Lacquerware feels the same, and I believe Shadowmass does too, that it just feels kind of dicey to accept prizes that have a monetary value, including money itself, for a translation project, or like hacking an existing game, but making your own original work, like with the other two categories in this competition, the utilities category and the original game, the homebrew. I think that is totally fair game for getting prizes, because that's all your own work, and then if you worked with a team, then you're gonna have to figure out how to divide it up. But yeah, I guess that's just how that's been my reasoning. If you're translating someone else's work or hacking it, then it's just a little too much of a gray area to be accepting prize money and prizes for it.
Right. Okay, and I understand that. So congratulations to everyone again. Danthrax, Lackware, the whole team for Stellar Assault first place, entitling you guys to 3253, however you decide you want to do with that money, and the flight stick or the fight stick, however you decide to deal with that prize. Thank you again to Harmon Customs for the top prize for the hacks, batches, and translations category. I think we're going to move on to the original games category. It is going to be the longest category. I think we're in here for a minute or so more, getting these prizes out of the way. Yeah, I do want to just. I think I forgot to shout out the individual people that did contribute to the prize pool this year. Johannes Fetz, obviously a judge of Joe Engine fame, contributing to this competition. Gary Toscher, Emily Walker, both contributing toward the prize pool to help incentivize some more creative efforts. Now, as I said before, 16 entries in the original games category, and all 9 judges submitted scores for 16 entries, meaning that a perfect score would be 9 points, and the worst possible score would be 9 times 16. There was a lot of pretty close competition in like different brackets of. I'm not going to call it bracket because that implies a tournament, but like it's a very tiered distribution if you look at it. And I think a lot of the scoring makes sense, and a lot of the scoring is going to be close enough where like people are going to be like maybe not surprised, but like, you know, white knuckling it. VBT got 9 points. Xenos, the scoring system is just the minimum score you get, the better it is. It's like golf. I'm pretty sure a version of the European song competition, what was it, Euro something, I forget. They basically use the same scoring system. Right. Anyway, let's get started on the original games category. Keeping in mind that thanks to both SED of Fenrir fame and the Sound Retro Co. Via Krista Lee, that the top place winner of the original games category will be entitled to a Fenrir Duro installed in a Saturn of your that you provide, whoever first place is, with a recap and FRAM save RAM mod. Okay. Wait, that's hacks, batches, and translate. Okay. 16th place. 126 points. Is Jackie Car by Cafe Alpha. Honestly, I feel a little bit bad for Cafe Alpha. This is the first time I think he's been participating in the competition to play solo. Probably the problem is that the game is so freaking difficult. It's very fast. Geez. I want to respond to chat, but if I take my eyes off the screen for a second, I instantly lose my score. But
yeah, don't worry, we got it down. He understands.
Oh boy. Oh crap! You guys can't see the screen. Yeah. Someone should have told me. My bad. So this is Jackie Car. You have a selection of cars, and the point of the game is to stay in the blue area, and if you hit the border, you lose points. And I think it zeroes you out, actually. So, like, I don't know how to... Oh, geez. Start button resets to multiplayer menu. Yeah. At least it restarts properly. Let's try the Xboxer. Oh, no. The cars are difficulty levels. Whoops. I thought I was going for the cool-looking car. I was going for the fastest car. Well, the Xboxer's also got feels like a bigger hitbox, so I don't know. Oh, okay, pressing B swaps it. Oh, no, let's go back to the Xboxer. I wonder how he's generating these curves. It looks like some sort of randomized generator. I don't know if there's.
It would be interesting to link that with music.
It would be like what's that PlayStation game? Like the rabbit thing, Vib Ribbon or something like that, where he looks kind of like. Maybe I'm making up the rabbit part, but Vib Ribbon, where it uses I think like the FM chip or something like that to generate randomized curves as part of it. But yeah, this as a visualizer would be pretty neat. I would prefer if the lanes were a little bit wider. This could be like what's that game? The Audio Surf. Because then you can just drop in wave files into the image and just load in your own music. That'd be pretty neat. What's the Dudish? Oh, this is the easy mode. Okay. I should have started with this. Well, they are different cars, and that's what told me it was like a mostly cosmetic thing, because they all have different sprites. Some of them are more interesting looking to me than others, so I like to choose them. It didn't occur to me that they would also be associated with different difficulty levels, but it kind of makes sense from the perspective of, yeah, some of these cars can go faster. I like that the noise levels also kind of died down a little bit. It would be really neat if he actually like utilized the FM chip or something like that. It's like he's generating waveforms. Okay, I think we're just about ready to move on to the next game. This is like the only speed I can really play this game at. Okay, you got 4,000. Let's try the 4x4. Nope, that's still hard. Xboxer, also hard. Boosh. Whoop, even harder. Okie dokie. Moving on. Okay, 15th place with 124 votes. Or 124 score, sorry. It is VTT Championship by VBT.
VBT Touring Truck Championship.
Really nice intro script.
Please select your truck. Pinchy.
Okay. Pinchy.
El Pirateer.
Oh, this is great.
Diddy.
Oh, it doesn't say end. It's like Diddy.
Emperor Coconut.
Now, there's supposed to be a special car if you press X, I think.
Emperor Coconut.
Let's start with the end Diddy.
Pinchy. Diddy.
Oh, okay. I wasn't supposed to press the start button. Whoops.
VBT Touring Truck Championship. Please select your truck. Pinchy. Diddy.
Oh, there we go. So, you kind of just press forward and go forward over an infinite plane. You can't really lose. It's just there for fun. Playing a little bit of Garfield Truck. You can go backwards. You can turn around. You can't go in this direction or this direction. You're stuck on the track. Now, we could go the full 5 minutes for this one, but I feel like we can save some time because this is the game. Unless VBT has any objections and wants to talk about it, but I think he might have gone to sleep by now. It's like 1 a.m. in France or something, I think. So yeah, I think I'll move on a little bit early and try to save some time on the next entry. Oh, it's 11. No, it's not even that late. Yeah, where's VBT? Someone get him in here. Tell him that we're showing off his game. He got 15th. He's taking a nap. He's late tired. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Found a little bit of a bug if you're approaching just at the right angle. Oh boy. Oh wow! Whoa, 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 whoa! I clipped out of the oh! I clipped out of the stage. Nice. Okay, I'm breaking the game at this point. Let's move on to the next entry. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Okay. Original games. 14th place, so 121 score. It's taking a minute to load up, but this is Flashback, which is a port of the game Flashback from PC. I think from the Macintosh. Yeah, there we go. Mac Play. Non-trivial port project from VBT. It does not play super smoothly on the Saturn. He is working on bug fixes, though. I think he's gotten the game to speed up significantly. Unfortunately, I don't think I have that build to show off today. He told me just to use the competition build. Now, I would be tempted to think that the game is frozen right now, but I also know that this game can take a minute to load up between screens. There you go, see?
But yeah, this version looks a lot nicer than the one we got, what, 7 years ago, something like that?
Oh, has he tried this before?
No. Well, somebody else has the original Flashback done on Saturn. What he's doing is the high def version that's available on like Mac OS and others.
Ah.
Yeah, so the graphics are sharper and a lot nicer.
It looks like he's really stressing the system out. Because, like, again, I'm streaming off of live hardware, like real hardware. So, I think some of these artifacts are literally, like, he's running out of time for rendering during a frame or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
So, opponent's saying, like,
a game that requires 24 megabytes of RAM into 4. That's what.
Yeah, I was reading that. It was how much of that 24 megabytes was actually for the game and not for the OS? I don't know. So yeah, he's doing some port magic here. Now you can tell that this game is running kind of slowly at the moment. As I said, there should be a faster build available somewhere, maybe on a resource page on Sega Extreme Forums or something. It's an active development by VBT. It's what he's working on right now. Now, if I recall, am I able to jump? It's A, B, C. No, C is... Okay, put that away. Let me see if I can jump by going... Oh, nope, I'm falling. Oh, okay, no, that's my menu. Let's get rid of that. Okay, Get rid of the menu. Okay, I get it. Dang it. No, don't shoot. Put that away, come on. Okay, no, B pulls out my gun for some reason. If anyone knows how to play this game, I'm open to Batseat Gaming. Okay, so the RAM situation in the Sega Saturn is really messed up. There's 1 megabyte of low work RAM, 1 megabyte of high work RAM, and that is for the basic system, like the CPU type stuff, like just basic, like that's where you would do math. VDP1 has access, I believe, was half a megabyte, or was 1 megabyte of its own RAM, and VDP2 has its own RAM as well. They do not share. You can't use VDP1 RAM for VDP2 and vice versa. What, did I just die? Oh, okay. So a lot of times what happens is as you play, you load up something in like high work RAM or something like that and play with it, and then send it off to VDP1 or VDP2 to render. I mean, I wouldn't use the cartridge for anything, but if you're going to use the cartridge, it's basically like extending the low work RAM. And I think it's even slower than low work RAM.
Correct.
But I mean, if you really wanted to just load up 4 megabytes of like lots of hot swappable models that you can just kind of like DMA directly into VDP1 RAM, that's I think that was a common utilization for it. How do I freaking get out of here? What do I do? Up? Can I get uppies? Uppies? Okay. Okay, so gotta move on. I will probably end up playing that game much later, if ever, on a Mac OS VM or something like that. Unless VDP2 or sorry, VBT. I call them VDP. VBT. If he gets it going fast enough, I'll try it again. But in this current state, this is a proof of concept of the work in progress. Okay. Entry number 13 with 110 points. And I feel like this game kind of got a raw deal is Wordle on the Saturn by Not AI Generated. That's their screen name. Now, you cannot play this with a controller. You need to have a keyboard hooked into the Saturn. However, I happen to have a PS2 keyboard with a PS2 to Saturn adapter. So now I have 4 minutes to guess this word. So let's try balls. All right. No. What has a B and an A in it, but not in those places? A bait? Oh, there we go. We got closer. Above. Nope. Also, you screwed me up, Arjack. There was an extra A in there. It was like A, B, something, A, E. Ablay, absay. That's not freaking tulip. What are you talking about? It's like A, B, something, A, E. What fits in that X there? Ablay, a boat? No, it's no O. You?
I'd be careful with those double A's there. It might be bugged.
It might be bugged. Do you think so? Okay. Well, at the very least, and he's like gun support. Oh wow, I would love that. I would legitimately try my best with a light gun trying to freaking type out. Imagine typing of the dead with a light gun. Not to shoot the zombies, but to shoot an on-screen keyboard. Okay, so I guess above wasn't that bad of a guess then, but it wasn't above. So a blate? No. A bait. I already tried a bait.
Well, according to this, the A would be in the 4th slot if the second A does exist.
Well, let's try abide. No, you're right. It is bugged.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got 2 more minutes left for another word guess. You press escape on your keyboard to reset and try again. Balls. There's at least an A and an L there. I probably should choose a different word to start out with than balls. Okay. Lamps? No, it's no S.
Yeah, no S.
Layers. Dang it. No, it's not balls. There's no B. And the A is not in the second spot.
Try layer, L-A-I-R-E.
How about blank?
No. E. I'm thinking of something else.
Elaine? No. Gibble? No. Halls? It's not ALL. You're not going to have an ALL in the middle.
You could try trail, T-R-A-I-L.
Trail?
Oh, yeah, T-R-A-I-L. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. That narrowed it down a bit.
Oh, and no T's or R's. Look at that.
Well, it starts with an L. We know that. Looks like this. So... no I either. Loan. No, not loan. Not laugh. Loads? No S. No S. Okay, we got to move on soon, so let's lock in our next guest. Or last guest, I guess. Beach. Well, it was a nice try, but the L was in the second slot. I guess we're going to give up on that for now. Move on to the next entry. Congratulations to Not A Generated for 13th place in OG category.
Jeez, what goes with L? Then it's not the letters. Maybe F. Like flail or something.
Just as a reminder, everyone, you need a keyboard to connect to the Saturn to play that game. There's a whole history behind how the keyboard is set up the way it is. It was convenient at the time for people writing on typewriters, and there was a lot of competing stuff, and it just came out the way it did. And some of it has to do with the mechanics of actually having levers and keys attached to them. You can... I mean, it's basically a Wikipedia article, but it's... I'm sure you could find an interesting YouTube video essay on it. 12th place. Is that where we're at? 12th place with 97 points is the Cinepack demo reel by Trekkies Unite 118. Now, I'm trying to figure out how I'm not going to get copyright claimed. I want to skip to something that might be impressive, but not... yeah, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Freaking Paramount's going to jump down my throat. Okay, yeah, proof that the Saturn can handle freaking Final Fantasy cutscenes. Let's skip to the actual Final Fantasy VII one, though. No, not anime. Not anime. More anime. What is this? Oh no, Toei is going to murder me. Okay, here's the PlayStation 1 game. The opening cutscene. Again, there's going to be some myths about how much better the PlayStation 1 was at displaying video than the Saturn. Saturn can do a good enough job on its own without any help. Obviously, because I'm using the SEGA, I do not have the VCD card here, so this is all stock. Oh yeah, Rip Toriyama.
I wonder what the file sizes were for these. You could
So-
take that into consideration also.
The rough estimate that I got based off of a lot of Trekkies' old stuff is basically like, I think a CD can hold up to maybe like 45-ish minutes of like, so you could fit like an hour format minus commercials of a TV show with a good Cinepack encoding onto a CD if you wanted to. And that's something they probably could have actually pursued. Like if they wanted to sell anime 2 episodes at a time on the Saturn, they should have done that. Yeah. Well, 44 minutes just happens to be the time slot for the, you know, as of like the 90s, 2000s. That's about how much commercial. It's more, or it's less now because of more commercials, especially if you're on like TBS or whatever. But 44 minutes is like right on the dot for. Oh no, that will completely destroy my stream. There we go, Final Fantasy. Proof that Final Fantasy VII could have been done on the Saturn, because like the most intensive part about Final Fantasy VII, aside from some transparency effects in the battle system, is the freaking FMVs playing all the time. Yeah, but 44 minutes is like the perfect length if you're just trying to do an hour-long TV show. Unless it's HBO.
BBT woke up.
Oh, gee, really? Of all the times to take a nap?
Do you remember who was last, please?
16th was Jackie Carr by Cafe Alpha, followed by 15th and 14th, VTT Championship and Flashback by VBT. Yeah, so Pepetsu, Final Fantasy VII is composed of 99.7% FMVs, and the rest of it is like a worse version of the battle system compared to FF5 and 6. And the last little bit of impressive stuff is like a transparency whenever you summon Bahamut or whatever. But also, yes, it runs at 15 frames per second, and it is very noticeable when you play the correct version of Final Fantasy VII, which is a modded PC release, the original PC release that's available, or sorry, the Steam PC release, where you can play like freaking the voice acting mod, a bunch of HD upscale stuff, and 60 frame per second upgrades. It makes the original basically unplayable. Yeah. But it's like basically every background is either static or an FMV, and both are capable of being done on the Saturn. Sorry, couldn't play the whole thing. We are losing time on the time slots. We're moving on to 11th place. OG game category, 11th place with 91 points. We're in the right place, right? 91 points? Everyone remembers PS1 games, playing them on PCSX on their gaming PCs. It's like 102% with a 2% margin of error of footage on YouTube is off of a PlayStation emulator with a bunch of upscaling features and whatnot. So this is the Sonic Boss tech demo by AM25 and company. Kind of doing a version of the Egg Hornet boss battle from Sonic Adventure, but was on the SEGA Saturn. The voice clips are there. That's fun. The controls are a little bit stiff. It's hard for me to get Sonic to get where I want to go.
Get a load of this.
I'm trying to get a load of this. What happens when I actually like get hit by the thing?
Get a load of this.
Oh, okay, he didn't shoot me. Yeah. I can't actually hit the Eggman or the Walrus. Yeah.
He gave up. He's done.
Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think this is primarily a tech demo of what they think the engine should look like in the boss battle engine. Yeah, like I said, you can notice me. I'm struggling a little bit with the controls, but obviously the frame rate is maintaining for the most part. Sonic looks like a Sonic. Eggman looks like an Eggman. Actually, this is a much nicer. Like, if you look at the detail on his mustache, I assume that's like one quad or whatever, but just with transparencies. But it's a lot nicer than what we got. In like, I'm trying to think, like Sonic 3D Blast. I don't know if Sonic Jam had an Eggman, but this is, you can tell exactly who he is. He looks like him, and that's not always true for the 3D models that we got. Because this version of Sonic looks like a nicer 3D model than I think we got. It's got like shadowing and stuff on it. There you go. Yeah, see. I mean, it's modeled by hand. I mean, you can kind of tell. It's got a lot of sharp edges on it. And, you know. But it looks nice, and it looks exactly how it's supposed to look. And we got these textures, I think, borrowed from the Dreamcast. Henry Fox, trying to remember if Henry Fox submitted anything, or are they part of another team? Okay, well, considering that Eggman has given up, I think we can move on to the next entry. Congratulations, AM25 and company for 11th place. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. 10th place. With 89 points is Pixel Poppy Pong by Nando. I don't know if Nando's in chat. Prepare yourself. What am I preparing myself for? Oh, it's probably loading or something. There we go. It is Pong, but with kitties. So there is like a paw opening and closing mechanic that I assume gives you a little bit of extra speed or oomph or whatever. There appears to be a Garfield. All I do is eat and sleep. Okay, that's what Garfield does. There's a scoring mechanic here. Apparently, I am behind on the score, despite presumably doing better than the CPU. Come on. As I recall from a Shiro interview, that Macchiato and Jellybean are actual cats in real life. I have my own cat next to me, sleeping. Meow the cat. Not caring at all for the cats on screen. Oh. Character accurate Garfield. Hating Mondays. Oh! Yes, it is indeed Pong Cats. Oh, okay, different face button. I've been mashing A. Okay, yeah, the cat got a winky face from B. How? Ah, jeez. How is the score so much higher despite the fact that I'm doing better? I think C might be faster than A. Oh, gee. Okay, I'm just... Oh, wow. That was... I had no response to that. Someone remind me, am I overtime or not? Because I've been paying attention too much to the cats. There is a cat race attached to the Shadow Bank in the scenario setting. The Shadow Bank is one of the planned locations for the scenario game. The problem is going to be the modeling. I need to figure out if it's going to be 2D sprites or 3D models, depending on the limitations of the engine. And that is something I plan on working on this year, is more scenario updates. For those of you who are in the know, they know that my Patreon has actually gotten the scenario full history lore document uploaded for those interested in figuring out what the whole story is supposed to look like. But that's a story for another time. Right now, we're talking about Pong Cats, rather Pixel Poppy Pong. I don't know why my score is so terrible. There we go. Got the
There are
fishbowl.
bonus items in the field.
Yeah, I get that. I don't have a lot of influence over the cat's direction, but... Boop. Okay, I'm going to try and get the fishbowl. Nope. I think the pause hitbox might be too generous. Like, it's too easy to recover. And the same is true for both me and the CPU. Ah, jeez. Okay. I'm behind by a fair margin. Also, I think it's time to move on. Congratulations to Nando for... Ah, jeez. Pixel Poppy Pong winning... Okay, there we go. 10th place in the original games category. Okay, 9th place with 86 points is an entry from Cobra Dial, aka Cobra the Best. You got a nice little faux 64 logo there. It's Tellocation Gemini. So this is a previous homebrew project or independent developer project that has been ported to the Saturn. Okay, I'm kind of locking up a little bit here. Geez, I am not able to... What is going on? Oh, I have to hold down C? Okay. There. Okay, there's a jump button. All right. Yeah, so there are some issues with slowdown, and that's largely to do with the draw commands, I believe. This is a prototype work in progress from Cobra Dial, but this, I believe, is first foray into Saturn 3D, which is a non-trivial prospect. So just kind of... It's like if Bug had free movement, I guess, if you want to describe it that way. I'm not certain what the goal is meant to be. I think I collected all the collectibles you can get in the stage. I don't know if there's a next stage I can go to, or if I fall off, something happens. There's a little death animation. That's neat. Okay, I think I locked it up, though. Where's the robot pal? Did I miss it? Oh, you can rotate the camera. That's nice. Okay, so yeah, if anyone can tell me if I'm missing anything here in terms of like if the buddy thing where you're supposed to grab the buddy and telelocate them somewhere, I guess, or if it's like Sonic Z Dream where I have to like take a blind jump to go finish the level. Woo. It's certainly an interesting engine, and oh no 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 no! Ah jeez. Ah jeez. Yeah, I don't have a way to reset without resetting Saturn. I was saying, it's an interesting engine. I can see places where it could be, optimized a little bit better, like it's drawing redundant quads and hidden areas or whatever. But this would certainly be an interesting baseline to actually build up the game on. So I'm hoping that he resubmits this next year with like more content and stuff. Anyway, that was Telelocation Gemini by Cobra Dial, 9th place. And now we are halfway through the OG category. Okay, 8th place, 74 points. Starting to get more competitive. The Pico 8 emulator by Ervilsoft. Let's try adventure game. Huh. Wait, no, what? Button, left, right, X. I don't know what X is. Left, no. Button, left, right, X? No? Huh, I'm confused. Let's go learn more about this adventure we're supposed to be on. Or maybe this is like a code I'm supposed to get like a translator thing for? Okay. This is truly the Dark Souls of adventure games. Yeah. Oh, I got one key. So am I like a slug guy or something, I think? What does this guy have to say? Oh wait, there's a free space over there. Maybe there's extra stuff. Oh, it's dark. Are there supposed to be sound in the Pico 8 games? I don't know if it, because we've had a lot of silent entries so far. I don't know what to do with these guys. Am I supposed to come back with like a sword or something? Got the key from there. Now we can go back over here into the red fern area. Okay, I guess that might have been the key opening that door. Yeah, it is like it's kind of on the edge of of probably what the Saturn is comfortable doing. Like you can notice in some places it plays just a little bit slower than it feels like it should. Okay, right. That makes sense. Okay, let's go find the second key. Now, of course, this entry is the Pico 8 emulator, not necessarily any of the individual games within it. I just chose the first one arbitrarily, but there's a large selection of games, and I think as soon as I figure out what this key does, I will exit out and go try some of the other games. Hey, I won! Cool. Let's exit. Let's try some of the other games. Something... Oh, there we go. Flappy Bird. This is now the definitive way to play Flappy Bird since they took it off the iPhone store forever ago. Oh, there you go. So Soft will release a new build sometime today, and presumably it's going to be on the resources page of Sega Extreme. So go check that out. Yeah, I don't think I want to play Celeste in the Pico 8 emulator. I think it would require its own dedicated port on the Saturn. Jeez, I am not good at this. This is clearly the Dark Souls of Flappy Birds. Jeez, okay. Oh, wow. I am just not doing well. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, real quick while we have time, I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore. Flappy Bat. Floodwater. Let's try, like, real quick, just any other game while we still have, like, half a minute left or something. There we go. Omega Zone. This looks neat. There you go. It's basically just, oh! The scoreboard is diegetic! You just bump into it. There's lasers and... Oh, okay. Oh, no. I don't want to be part of that laser. There we go. Okay, now we got to move on. But you can see the Pico 8, nice collection of little games, and the Pico 8 system is like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically an emulator of a fictive system or something, I want to say. I don't know. Okay, anyway, congratulations to Soft for the Pico 8 emulator, 8th place in the original games category. We are now getting closer to the cash prize ranked entries. 7th place with 72 points is Maria Renard's Revenge by Z-Team. Soon as it loads up. It's going to take a minute. I don't know if I was supposed to use the ISO instead. Let me give that a shot. There we go. Okay, I had to run the ISO, not the Q. Now, does this game have any volume? Now, oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. The C button is mapped to the super attack. So I'm attacking with, I'm guessing, white doves, with no regard for their life or health or what have you. Okay. Oh, neat. Got a little heart. Murdered a rat. And whatever that thing was. Oh, was it? Okay, let me give it another shot, because I want to actually listen to music if it has music. Yeah, so the issue is I think this got made with a previous engine, Joe engine version, where it included a bunch of files that kind of confuses the sadiator. Because normally the sadiator will auto-load something if it's just a bin queue or whatever. Running the queue. Let's see if this loads up. But there's still no audio. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, let me try to get a little bit further in this time. I'll give you an extra minute or so because I ran the ISO instead. Oh, that was a power-up. I thought that was like a level decoration or something. Okay, well, I'm doing better. Okay, well, he doesn't want to fight. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the loud music. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I'll try to get through this as fast as possible. But the screen scrolling is not playing nice with me, because I mean I got a lot of distance in front of me as opposed to behind me. Oh, okay, just ran into that. It's a nice soundtrack. I don't know where it's sourced from. Is that a bird? Is that one of my birds? Can I get it back, please? Oh, no. Neat. I got a ball. Okay. Did I win? Oh, good. Okay, one more minute, because I kind of did a disservice to the first time around. But, oh, okay. Oh, okay, that was, okay, I died there. Alright, try that. Oh. Huh. Alright, let's, there we go. Oh, and I got a key? Oh, is this like a little hidden area? Or did I bug the game? I think I bugged the game. I don't think she has fall. It wouldn't make sense to have fall damage in this kind of game. It's a platformer, basically. It's like I would think there's like some sort of Metroidvania, and fall damage would be like unnecessarily cruel in a Metroidvania. Okay, come on. Do I have a health bar or something? Oh crap! I shouldn't press start. Crap. Oh well. Oh, that just sends me to the next level. I think that's like a bug check thing. I was expecting it to pause the game. Let's move on to the next entry. Congratulations to Z-Team for Maria Renar's Revenge in 7th place. Okay, 6th place. This is where we start getting some cash prizes. for $13.55, 3D print, and of course, your option of getting a serial cable from Night of Dragon. 6th place, 67 points, is Sweeper Squad by Slinga. I mean, this is a fun little theme. I don't know where you got it from. Assuming put it together or something like that. I want to go here, I guess. Okay. All right. Oh well. Really? How many mines are in this? This must be a mine dense. Oh, I died. Try again. Okay. I think I need to restart in order to get anywhere. I would just like to submit that Minesweeper for the Saturn has been available. One version of which is on my website because I made it in 5 hours. Okay. Jeez. So honestly, this game, I'm not doing it justice because I don't have 12 people around me trying to get themselves blown up as well. It's not operating like normal Minesweeper. Like, I'm not clearing fields. And I think that's because if you had 12 people on the screen trying to clear fields, the game would be over far too fast, and there wouldn't be enough dead cursors. Let's see. My version is... I don't know what you're talking about. It does everything that Minesweeper is supposed to do. It operates exactly the same as the Windows version. Ah, jeez. Okay. Let's move on. Congratulations to Slinga for 6th place, winning you a cash prize and a few other things. Yeah, the cursor death is really fun. It's a nice bit of polish. Oh yeah, sure. See you, Shane. I'm hoping to be wrapped up before an hour. We're getting close to the end. We've only got 5 entries left to go. Okay. 5th place with 58 points. Utenya by Rami. Rami, I know you're in chat somewhere, unless you went to bed.
Hello.
I believe... Oh, there. Oh, you're actually in. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Talk about your game while I lose at it.
Yeah, so it's using your engine written in C++. The compiler environment and the base stuff was written by Danny. The ground tiles and some of the art was made by Henry Fox. He's here with me.
Hi.
Hey.
And Random made music for this. AM25 also did the character sprites and some of the art as well.
So
I plan to extend it further.
I'm guessing this game is meant to be played multiplayer. Like there's no AI or anything.
Yeah, I just did not have time to make AI or anything. As I said in the Shiro stream, the game was not even running on real hardware like an hour before I submitted it, before the deadline.
Nice.
I lost so much nerves.
We got people coming in finally near the closing of the competition. Yeah, I would like to point out that the character sprites in the corners are cat girls piloting the tanks, and you can kind of see the cat girl face on top of the tank body. Now, are the cat girls tank cat girls, or are they just piloting tanks?
No, they are tank cat girls.
Okay, so they are literally a cat girl head on a tank body.
Yes, at the moment.
No, but I mean, like in the deep lore and involved storyline.
In the deep lore, they are just your average cat girls inside tanks.
Okay. So let's take a look at the credits real quick while we still have some time. Raimi, Danny Gorde, AM25. What did AM25 contribute to this? I assume is the music.
Yeah. AM25 did the character sprites.
Ah, okay. So that's a little cat girl faces in the corners.
Yeah. Henry Fox did most of the ground tiles art, and I did some of the ground tiles and the models and stuff.
Okay, what about Danny?
Danny did the base development environment, and he helped me with C++ stuff, because this is using Joe engine, but in C++.
I mean, you put so much effort into getting it running on Joe engine, or getting it running in C++, but you still stuck in Joe engine. I think...
well, I wanted to use YAWL, but YAWL changed, and in the current old version, stuff does not work how I need it to work, so Joe engine was the only choice.
Yeah, so I did myself try to make an entry for this year, real quick one, text-based, but the YAWL was not, as you said, cooperating in the way that I needed it to. So I ended up not submitting anything this year, but I would think that you would want to eventually, if you're doing this much tech work, getting it working in SGL or SBL.
Well, I'm currently making a development environment for SGL with C++, and final version should eventually be on YAWL.
Okay, I see. Well, I think we should be moving on, but congratulations.
Just in the end, source code and map editor is all available on my GitHub. The source code is not able to be built now until I release the development environment.
Okay, right. Yeah. So go ahead and check out the Super Ray GitHub, which is probably linked in the contest thread.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thanks, Ray. So that was 5th place, Utenya by Super Ray, or Raimi, winning first cash prize of 5th place. Yeah, 5th place, first cash prize is 813. Oh, wait, sorry, I misread that. No. 6th place got 1355. 5th place got 1626. I was looking at the wrong column. So yeah, the top 6 entries in the original games category had cash prizes. Okay, number 5. So number 4. Number 4 with 44 points. Red Moon Lost Days by Sensigolo. You have the option of English or Portuguese. So I'm not gonna do this, but Film Cal, if you get a chance to catch one of his streams, he might have already done it this year. Always had a really fun way of voice acting by himself the Sansigolo entries. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see this year's one, but I'm pretty sure he's already done it by now. But yeah. This is kind of a, I don't want to call it like Gundam-y, but it's like a sci-fi giant robot type story. I kind of want to get to some of the other pictures in here. This game has a physical release. You can buy the official version. I doubt you can play it on a stock Saturn without a PSK or something of the like. But if you wanted to support the developer, I believe the link to Sensogolo's itch.io or something of the like is on the contest thread. Yeah, so and it's kind of a weird situation where like you can buy the game but you can't run it because of the copy protection on the Saturn natively that hasn't been broken. No, if you want a physical copy and you want to support the dev, Sensogolo, who's done a lot of good work with the visual novel stuff, including making a visual novel framework for Joe Engine. You can go and check out his work on his itch.io. Linked on the contest thread, I believe. Okay, this is the sad backstory of the main character. There is some very quiet background music, I think. I'm not hearing it that well. Okay, well, I was hoping to get to the first choice or something, but we're running close on time, so we'll move on to the next entry, and congratulations to Sensogolo for 4th place, cash prize of $18.97, and etc., etc. Yeah, it's not muted, it's just very quiet background music. Okay. We are getting into the, the home stretch here. Last 3 entries, and this is where things started to get a bit more competitive. Like, the first one seemed to command a pretty strong lead. But as I was scoring them, like I said, I was scoring them in order, alphabetical by judge, and it was definitely a back and forth on which game came out on first. 3rd place, 28 points. Slide Hop by Ponut64. With contributions from practically the entire SEGA Saturn community. Oh, there we go. Now, hopefully, this is the version that has the fixes to some of the textures that Ponut mentioned earlier, because there are multiple contest builds because there's some bug fixing happening. Ah, jeez.
Don't worry, you got it. That's the right build.
Okay, I forget. How do you do the wings?
R.
R. Oh, R.
Not yet.
All right. Yeah, this particular... Yeah, this was a very mean start to the game for someone just learning. Yeah, this is a very good demonstration of physics running in a realistic kind of like everything makes sense. The controls are responsive. It's just unnecessarily difficult.
Well, you got it. All right. If you...
What?
I'll shut up for a second here.
No, I mean,
actually,
this is your game. You talk over it.
Let me anti-shut up. And first, let's everybody have some thanks in the chat for Emerald for doing this competition, because I know year after year we've come to expect this, but you don't have to do this, sir. It's a great service to the community. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the competition was basically me trying to revive the old format from Rock and B and whatnot, and also trying to get jeez.
Yeah, but you've made it so much more complicated. So.
I mean, complicated is a loaded phrase. There, it's like it's not always good to be complicated.
That's whatever.
Yeah, but let's talk about this game. I want to know more about Slide Hop, Pony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Finally,
well,
okay.
The first thing I need to say is, you totally beefed your way over that. So this is not a good game to present in front of an audience while you're trying to read chat, talk to somebody, and think about the game in a meta sense. The tutorial is you're supposed to sit down and read, which I know is not a good tutorial, but
no, I'm reading the tutorial. I see, like I'm trying to implement the skills that they're teaching.
Well, you certainly weren't on the second jump.
Well, the second jump, I don't know how to short hop. It doesn't work for me.
You just press R. Anyway, I do know the game is not. How would I describe this?
Easy.
I know the game isn't easy or intuitive. I know it's not good, but it's the game I wanted to make.
And honestly, that's speaking from an artistic perspective. That would be the kind of game I want to be made.
And one of the things about this that isn't necessarily so intuitive is R counts as a jump. If you just press R on the ground, that's what that's trying to teach you. You don't have to press A to get airtime. But point being made by everyone who plays this tutorial for the first time is they try and jump across it. And you're supposed to fail the jump because you can't jump, whatever. Game's complicated. And that's part of what makes it what it is that you have to work hard to go fast. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. I'm not sure if I can ever get back up to where I was.
Again, and that gap with the ceiling above it, just press R. You don't have to press A. Press R.
But it specifically tells you to press A.
No, that's R.
That's an R?
That's an
Go
R.
back there. Yeah, you got to get a different font. I'm on composite. You know that, right?
That's R.
I'm on composite.
I can see. Listen, I get you.
I'm on a CRT on composite.
You need.
Yeah, you're using like 8-point font or something like that. I need 14.
Also, one of the things tells you that you can press start and view the controls. But anyway.
That's fun. Okay, let's. I'm gonna give one more shot. If there's any more commentary you want to give over the game while I fail at it.
I think everyone should see level 9.
Okay, let me, previous level?
Back, level select, next level, until it says 9 there on the left.
Okay.
I still have one question.
What is it?
I still have a question. Why on earth sexy ponies? Why?
So no one used the word sexy. That was you.
Do you think this is sexy? What's wrong with you? Huh?
Yeah, this was just ponies.
You fell off. Just go back to start.
Oh, I can't.
He's trying to. Your name is Ponut, and you post sexy ponies.
So no, Ponut posts ponies. I don't think he's ever whatchamacallit, opined on their attractiveness rather than just their cuteness. And the cuteness is subjective, but I don't think he's ever made any. Geez.
You have to go down. I know this. Again, it's not a good thing to be playing while talking to 3 different people. Other way. So you have to go. Here. If you go right back to start, I think right off the right of where your screen is facing, you jump down. Don't go to level. You have to go back to whatever. This gets you back to the start. That's fine. There, straight down there. That's the actual start of the level. What's straight where you're facing? Down. Yes, down.
I've always wondered if he was just trolling.
They're cute. I don't know what's wrong with you. All right. Next game.
Okay. No. Let me just try to. There. I made it. I got. There. There's. Oh, jeez. Come on. Just jump on the key.
It's so delayed. It's not open. Don't worry about it. I just want people to see the first jump. So all you have to do is go down that ramp and hold R.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was slide hop.
That other ramp.
Too late. Okay. Everyone else can do better than me at home on their Saturns by downloading slide hop and putting it on their ODE of choice. Thanks for coming up on stream, Ponut, and congratulations on 3rd place and a cash prize of $21.68.
All right. Thanks.
All right, 2nd place, and by elimination, determination of the 1st place. I think there was a lot of contention about who the top 3 would be, or at least what order they would be. Although I think it was not a foregone conclusion, but a pretty strong bet who the top 3 were going to be. Like Slide Hop, QCat, and Cold Case were all kind of competing for that top slot. Obviously, Slide Hop got 3rd place. We're about to see who got 2nd place. There we go. CubeCat 2nd place with 22 points by 7 shades. Now, every update of CubeCat basically contains more or less entirely new levels and features and what have you. In this case, I think the new feature is the dash. Like that. Noticeably absent from last year is the yarn ball, as that's become a kind of a niche mechanic relative to the rest of the game. Opponent, for the record, I played that game for more than 5 minutes, and I've played virtually every build of Slide Hop that you've released. It's just very difficult on a Saturn controller, or just in general. I want to see if I can get to the swamp tree stump level by just bum rushing to the end. Is there like a run button? Oh jeez, I was too slow on that one. New mechanic here displayed is dashing into the red crystal here. Okay, gives you a jump boost, which you can use to follow up with another dash. Very nice little platformer mechanic. So then you can double jump, boost, and hit the checkpoint. Secondarily, it is an attack. You can kill, or at least stun the rats with the dash. Yeah, this is definitely all ages appropriate. This is something I could see, like if Bug can get an official release and make money, something like this, with a little bit more polish and a lot more content, would be able to stand on its own in the SEGA library. I'd say the only issue here is that the speed feels a little bit off, and I don't think like it's optimized, as in the code is optimized, and that it's a very efficient engine. However, I don't think the specific draws were made, or at least they weren't fine-tuned in order for the game to run efficiently. That is, he's trying to draw too much at once, and as well as the engine is made, there's only so much you can do. I want to see if I can get to the next level. Oh no! No! Isn't there Here, let me turn down the draw distance to make the game run a little bit smoother. Unfortunately, I thought there was like a level select type thing that you could do. Oh, there's text here. I totally missed the text. New line. Oh, he had a parsing error there. Yarnia. Okay, so the yarn motif for the cat is still very much in play. Defeat the cube rats. Yeah, I think Seven Shades might be busy having a life, which is unfortunate for the stream, but fortunate for him. I mean, he does a lot of good work.
What are you talking about? He's in the chat.
Where? I don't see him. Oh, he's there.
He's
Why?
in the Discord.
Why? What do you mean he's in the Discord? I don't hear him. Why aren't you in here? Say something.
Maybe he's having mic issues.
Okay, yeah. So for the record, I don't actively monitor Discord when I am on stream. So I don't have, despite my 3 screens, I don't have enough screen space to do that. So yeah, if you bump into chat, you should like bump in and say hi or something. Weren't you didn't you have your mic issues figured out for when you did your dev stream? Because I remember we hung out during your dev stream last time, about a month or so ago. Ah, jeez. Anyway, Seven, at least you can hear me, so congratulations on 2nd place. Just as a reminder, entitled to 2711, plus, of course, the 3D print and the serial cable from Night. Oh, there is a little bit of a line scroll there if you get up higher. That's nice. Let's try to... Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, I believe the dash button also acts as a hit the yarn up button. There you go. Now we just got to get this yarn even higher. Aha. Let's get it over here. Over yon. Okay, just gotta bounce and... Nope, mistimed it. I found a sacred stitch. So it's gotta be like the Super Mario Gold Star mechanic or something like that. That's how you... Oh no, I'm back here? I thought I was gonna go to this... Oh, I have to go to the different... This is a hub world! How did I not get that? Okay, let me try to go to the level actually. I wanted to explore this level because it's a level I saw Seven actively like designing during his stream a while back. So this is an actual straight up hub world. So this is like a Super Mario 64 formula, collectathon adventure type deal. I mean, honestly, if it's one thing the Saturn could use, that would be time appropriate, or like, you know, for the release here, it's collectathons. Like the Spyro on the PlayStation, and then obviously Super Mario and what was it, Banjo and DK64. Ah, jeez. On N64, and then the Saturn, it's got what, Croc? I prefer if we had a good game, you know. So we need more levels. Seven, get us more levels. Get to it right now. Oh jeez. Conquer. Forgot about Conquer. I mean, basically anything Rare touched. Like, I think Rare found a formula and a good engine, and they just made a bunch of games on top of it. Yeah, honest. Oh, there you go, finally. Seven.
Oh, wow. Yes, I'm here. But yeah, thanks so much for putting this contest on, and yes, I will get to working on making more levels. That's the plan.
So honestly, like, you've done enough mechanics work. You can stop developing your engine. It's running smooth enough. Just cut down on the draw distance a little bit. Just make your levels probably a little bit more simpler geometrically, so it runs just a hair faster. And then spend the rest of your time just making levels.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Yeah. Or even better, like, if you're gonna go full-on Mario 64, have, like, multiple sacred stitches per level. Because then you can make, like, 6 levels. What?
Yeah, I was thinking about putting maybe, like, 3 in each level, and maybe having, like, different puzzles, like one to get with the yarn, one to get some other way or something.
I was gonna say 9 because it's a cat.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, 3 is like the bare minimum for me.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I can put 3 things in. 2, it's not quite a level. 3, now it's a level.
Okay, that's fair.
But, yeah.
I think the checkpoint didn't register for me when I fell off there.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I should, probably fix the hitbox on that.
I probably just didn't jump into it.
Very cool. Thank you so much for putting on this contest, and congratulations to all the other contestants. We should probably, move on, right?
Just let me... okay, yeah, I give up. Everyone play at your own leisure, try to beat the game. Thanks for coming on, Seven. Congratulations again. I don't know if you want to share anything last minute before we move on to first place.
No, just, want to thank everyone involved in the Saturn community. It's really great to see everyone come out and work on this, yeah.
Righto. Thanks for coming on. Congratulations, and we'll be in touch about your your prize.
All right.
Alrighty, we are finally coming in to the final entry of the competition after 3.5 hours. Oh, Xenos wants there's too many mechanics. Stop asking for mechanics. It's a good game. It's got a core formula that works. More mechanics can only complicate it. Just let them focus on levels. First place with an amazing score of 14, keeping in mind that a perfect score is 9. Cold Case by Jay Beretta. And stuff like this, and you know, like a lot of these entries, is what I envisioned when I started this competition. Is I want to see more complete, unique, and creative game experiences where an author or an author, what do you want to call them, puts together something and has a complete experience where it's a game. You're playing the game, something is happening, it actually responds to input. And this is as in contrast to, say, something like a tech demo or something like that, or a very restrictive concept. Whereas like this operates as a game. It's a complete experience, and I think that's what I wanted to do. Oh, jeez. How do I pull out the gun? R? Oh, there we go. Reload. Where are my bullets? Okay, I got the evidence. I think I ran out of bullets.
Anybody analyze to see how well that mirroring was done.
Isn't it just a second rendering of the model?
I don't know if anybody actually tried to walk up to it to see if the background renders or not.
0 bullets. Head kit. Yeah, you use the freaking... Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, first criticism of the game is that I shouldn't have to use the bullets out of the inventory. I'll go... I get... That is very Resident Evil flavored, where you have to use literally every item. Yeah, where is Jay Beretta? He's this year's winner. The OG category. He's
not a big live chat person.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
He's rarely in our Discord.
A lot of people tend to want to keep to themselves and just be productive, and I support that. There we go. So you can see how the reflection is being done because I have free movement of the camera right now. So it literally is just a second model. And it's he's counter-rotating with me, so this is fun. Okay, let's... Oh, okay, that's why. But the game kind of treats it like a portal into another world anyway, so it's not really that you know, immersion breaking to have it look like this, because you're looking through and the bathroom is clean. Okay. Photo of the church. Okay, there we go. But look, this is an environment. This is an environment I can explore. And, I mean, obviously Slide Hop and CubeCab similarly have environments you can explore, but the point is I'd like to see more stuff like this, where, like, we're exploring someone's world. Someone conceived of this world, and we're finding out about it. And I don't think there's enough of that. Can I jump? Is that jumping is an option? I want to grab that thing that's on the bench. Alright. Okay, ah, crap, I died. Well, oh, we can restart the level. Try that. Let me, yeah, I can kind of run. I got a little bit of this flailing thing going on with my arms. I'm thinking of, like, the run from Kung Pao, if anyone remembers that movie. Oh, there we go. Got him.
Great. You should definitely watch it.
Whoa. Alright. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get something else in the church, though. Go through this door? No? Oh, Frogbull's in chat. Frogbull, you had a lot of work done this year, but I didn't see a lot of your entries. Like, you could have, should have submitted some stuff. Shotgun. Wait, shotgun ammo implies the existence of a shotgun. And I do not want to end the stream without having a shotgun in my hands. So... Oh, it's in there? There we go. Oh, wait. Okay. Perspective is screwing with me. There we go. I am ready for whatever this game has to throw at me. So I have a shotgun with 2 shells in it. Okay, does anyone know what comes next in this game? Honestly, I'm not very good at the Resident Evil format. Okay, yeah, Arjack, I agree, and that's something I don't think I tried to convey, but I didn't do it very well. It's a different thing. Like, a lot of people are doing platformers type stuff, but, like, this is... I don't want to put down anyone else's work, but this feels like a more immersive approach. Like, when you're in Cube Cat, you're having fun playing as a Cube Cat. When you're in Cold Case, you're inside the world of Cold Case. Like, this is a church. This church has a history to it that I don't know, but I'm trying to figure it out. Because it's part of this evidence for this case I'm building up. How do I get to the backyard? Oh, is that... Oh, the door there. There's a door near the... Okay. Wait, is that a window? Oh, no, that was a door. Alright. Nope, shotgun. Ha-ha! Tower key. Alright, let's get in there. If Jay Beretta does end up showing up in chat, I would very much like to hear his input on his ideas of how this game's setting and story work. Technical or a taste. I mean, based off of this, that sounds likely or possible, I guess. Romula? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess, because, I guess for RE2, you'd have to be taking apart someone else's game as opposed to, like, building the whole engine, which is what this is doing.
Well, no. Romulo's building his own engine and then porting the Resident Evil stuff to it.
Oh, okay, so these guys should be communicating or working together or something. Oh, geez. Bird. Oh, that one. Ah! How does it not... Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to call it. Well, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the stream. I would like to point out once again thanks to the people that contributed to the prize pool. Johannes Fetz, Gary Tosher, Emily Walker. And, of course, all of these this year's sponsors. The Fenrir via SED, Sun Retro Co. via Krista Lee, Harman Customs provided the fighter stick customized with the Sega to Sanshiro skin for the first prize was a Hacks Patch and Translation, which is the Stellar Assault team. That's it, guys. 3D printing service for giving all the cash prize winners 3D print, and Night of Dragon for preparing serial port to USB adapters for everyone. Now, just to remind ourselves what Jay Beretta has won. Jay Beretta has won a Fenrir Duo, which is an ODE capable of running Saturn games via SD card, and with some additional modifications can also maintain usage of your CD drive. And Sound Retro Co. will be installing the Fenrir Duo onto a Saturn provided by Jay Beretta on top of doing a recap and an FRAM save mod to allow your saves to survive a battery loss. So let me, I'll get the music back on for a little bit. Sorry?
We got a lot of good contested or entries this year.
Yeah, it's not just the quantity, it's the quality. Like, the quantity was overwhelming this year. I know a lot of you were sick of hearing about the constant delays. And you just have to realize that all of our judges are volunteers with full-time jobs and sometimes more on top of that. A lot of people, including myself, have children that can sometimes get in the way of focusing on, doing some stuff related to the Saturn community. And so in that regard, this is the first year we've had 9 sets of scores for the original game category. There's always some judges that just didn't have the time to score everything, but I'm glad that we delayed stuff long enough to get this full set of scores in to make sure that this was the most robust competition we can have. Obviously, a lot of really good entries in the OG and the HPT categories this year. Utilities categories is still showing some strong stuff, and some stuff that will I think will demonstrate their usefulness going forward that is not readily apparent at this current moment. The Kronos Netlink, I foresee the Shiro Netlink community growing purely because of something like that, and because of the continuing work on the Netlink OS system. OS system is redundant, isn't it? Operating system. Yeah. Yeah, so Pona, I fully intend to continue running this competition with slight expansions and maybe changes to the format to make my life slightly easier. I know that slowdowns in my life, including those related to infants and health and work, had made it so that I couldn't apply the necessary pressure to get the judges' scores on time, which led to delay on top of delay on top of delay, which is why we're doing the stream mid-March and not early February. And I apologize for that. I will do better next year. But once again, I want to thank the judges for being able to deal with me not delivering them everything they need to on a timely basis and still getting all these scores in.
What if next year you divide the judges up to the categories? Less work on them.
I could, but I like the format of the Supreme Court of Saturn. It would make some amount of sense for there to be purely technical people on the utilities category who have a better head for trying to judge the utilities, and then maybe a different kind of lineup for people doing OGs versus HPTs. And I think not next year. I don't want to mess with the format for next year, but the year afterwards, I'll start thinking about doing that. And so that's like plans 2 years into the future at this point. But for now, I want to keep the 9 Supreme Court of Saturn in place for the 30th anniversary.
If it's the Supreme Court, can we legally bribe them?
You can legally offer them vacations, and you can legally pay them to not judge the competition. But anything else, I think, would be considered bribery.
But it's legal to bribe the Supreme Court, or isn't it?
Well, no, it's legal to do it in the way that I just mentioned. And so all the same restrictions on the real-life Supreme Court are the restrictions that that will be acknowledged for the Supreme Court of Saturn. So let's go over the actual scoring. So utilities category, to reiterate: 5th place, Shining Force Tools by Rika PSO. 4th place, Dungeon Master Nexus Translation Kit by Christoph F. 3rd place, 240p Test Suite by Hitomi 2500. 2nd place, tied with 2nd place, 240 Test Suite by Hitomi 2500, along with Kronos Netlink by Night of Dragon. And then 1st place, Film Muxer by Trekkies Unite 118. Hacks, Patches, and Translation. 13th place, Sega Rally X Project by Rings of Saturn. Radiant Silvergun, Text Removal Hat by Private Eye. Sonic Jam Tales World by Bo Bales, tied for 10th place with Sonic 3D Oops All Special Stages, also by Bo Bales. So he's tied with himself. Ninth place, Shining the Holy Ark Hard Mode by Rika PSO. Eighth place, Doom Fixed Patch by Fafling. Seventh place, Sakura Wars Portuguese Edition by Sensagolo. Sixth place, JB Herald Blue Chicago Blues English Patch by Arjack. Fifth place, Soul Hackers, or rather, Devil Summoner Soul Hackers by Trekkies Unite 118. Fourth place, Dungeon Master Nexus English Translation by Christoph F. Third place, Silhouette Mirage English Patch by Rasputin 3000. Second place, Shadows of the Tusk by Night of Dragon. And first place, Stellar Assault SEGA Saturn English Localization by Dan Thranks and Company. Original Games category. 16th place, Jackie Carr by Cafe Alpha. 15th place, VTT Championship by VBT. 14th place, Flashback by VBT as well. 13th place, Saturn Wordle by Not AI Generated. 12th place, Cinepack Demo Reel by Trekkies Unite 118. 11th place, Sonic Boss Tech Demo by AM25. 10th place, Pixel Poppy Pong by Nando. 9th place, Telelocation Gemini by Cobra Dial. 8th place, Pico 8 Emulator by Ervilsoft. 7th place, Maria Renard's Revenge by Z-Team. 6th place, Sweeper Squad by Slinga. 5th place, Utenya, with an extra A at the end because it's cats, by Super Ray. 4th place, Red Moon Lost Days by Sensagolo. 3rd place, Slide Hop by Ponut64. 2nd place, Cube Cat by Seven Shades. 1st place, and the winner of this competition in the highest ranked category, Cold Case by Jay Beretta, winning the largest of the prize pools. Let's see if I can pull it up. $40.66. And a Fenrir Duo with modifications installed by Crystal Lee. That is the 29th anniversary SEGA Saturn Homebrew Game Development Competition, hosted by myself and Sega Extreme. Thank you everyone for coming by, especially Night of Dragon for helping me narrate and keep everything straight. It has been a long stream, and I suspect next year will be even longer because we will probably get even more entries. I hope to see you guys then. Look forward for an announcement sometime in August. And I will see you all next time, unless there's anything else that anyone in stream or chat wants to cover. Alrighty. I think that's I'll call that an evening. And I think I will go and see what my family is even up to, because I've been in this room for a while. Yes, of course. And Frogbull, enter the competition next time. I know you did a lot of work this year that didn't show up in the competition. I'm mildly upset about it. I want to see more of your work, and I want to reward you for it. I want to give you money. Let me give you money. You need to win Ben Stein's money. Yeah. And I'm going to be competing, too.
That page?
Huh? This is a hidden page. No. So the competition page... with the cash prize, this is the up-to-date version. I specifically did not reveal the hidden page with the actual scores on it until the conclusion of this stream. And now we know all the scores, and they will be posted in the Sega Extreme forums on the competition, thread, and also on my website, obviously. And then this video will be pushed up to YouTube presently.
Okay, so you post a link when it's public.
Yes. That will be after I close up stream. I'm gonna have to start working on that after I check in on family and eat food or whatever. All right. Yes, Dan Thrax. This is just the hidden version for doing the stream. Now that the stream is closed up, I will close out stream and upload the PHP portion of this bit over to the competition page. And again, the results are going to be on the thread as well. So don't worry, this will be saved. I just hid it for the purposes of the announcement. It was actually Pandemonium's idea. And a degree I agree with, though. Like, it's better showmanship because, again, last year and the year before that, you guys told me who the winners were. You guys knew before I did. Yeah. So, just give me a minute. Well, by a minute, I mean a few hours, because I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go check on Emerald Jr., and I'm going to have to take some time updating the website and starting to process this video. Panda's a better showman than me. He's more experienced than me. He's an actual newsman, so he knows how to present information in a way that I simply cannot. And he's an asset to the community. Everyone go check out Pandemonium's YouTube channel. He also includes a rundown of a lot of the entries. I don't know if it's an exhaustive list of all the entries, but it is his thoughts and reviews of at least most of the entries. Emerald Jr. is 11 months.
All right, I got something to say.
Yeah, sure.
For the cables, I still have to work details out with Emerald, so I don't know when we're going to ship it out. Let me get with him first, and then we'll let everybody know the status of those.
Right. And as always, the physical prizes, especially things like the 3D prints, because of the sheer quantity of mailing I have to do and organizing, it's a delayed thing. It always takes time. Surprisingly, usually due to how slowly people get me their shipping information for prizes that they've won. That's why the carryover for the estimated shipping has been multi-year, because I haven't finished shipping everything for the estimated shipping costs, and this thing grows every year because every time I have more things I need to ship to previous year's winners. So, with that said, if you have placed, actually, if you've entered at all, please DM me your shipping information. I will have Knight send me the stuff, and I will go out and use competition funds to send it out to everyone else. All right? And you can DM me directly on the Sega Extreme forum is the best place to do it, because it'll all be in the same place, and that is where you enter the competition. Anyway, okay, I think that's the last note we need to go over. I will, again, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all the sponsors. Let's name drop them again. Cash prize our contributors are Johannes Vetz, Gary Toscher, and Emily Walker. Sponsors this year, Fenrir, the ODE via SED, Sound Retro Co. via Crystal Lee, mods, repairs, etc., CRT stuff as well. Harman Customs, customize arcade cabinets and controllers, including the Fighter, which is the top prize for Hatch Bashes and Translations. That's It Guys 3D printing service via Millennium Chain 90, and Night of Dragon, again, making the serial to USB adapters for the Sega Saturn. Alright, that's it. Happy 29th, everyone. See you next year for the 30th. Good night, everyone.